Hello and welcome to iamATLien Live. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I am currently testing the microphone so that we can shade everybody appropriately loud and clear. If you hear me, please click one or submit your aliens in the chat. I would greatly appreciate your input. Okay. Thank you. And we will get started as soon as I get a confirmation. Okay, there's C. Patterson. Thank you so much, C. Patterson. That is one of my mods. All right, we're going to get started in just a moment.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. ATLien.
Get ready, get ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? What's up, squad? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Y'all got me in the office on my off day, child, cuz I normally don't work weekends, but everybody was like, "You better come on today. You better come on today. We got some things to talk about." So here I am. Okay. Hey y'all, come on in. As y'all come in, go ahead and click that like button if you don't mind. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, before we get started, I would like to thank issue a special thank you to all the blogs that snatched my Peter Thomas interview up. Some of y'all gave me credit and some of y'all didn't. The ones that gave me credit, surprisingly, Hollywood Unlocked was the first person to give me credit, honey. Even, through the shade, Jason still is a professional. I will give him that. Okay. And the neighborhood talk, after I hit them and let them know it was mine, they graciously went ahead and gave me my props. Now I don't know where else it's been, but it's a couple of other blogs that tagged me. I really appreciate it. The ones that didn't and was trying to shade me, somebody called me an obsessed fan. I'm like, who said that? Since when am I an obsessed fan? Like, really, they took the 1 minute clip. Y'all know Peter was on for a good hour or two, right? They took that 1 minute clip and tried to make it seem like we were just shading Escape. Why she asked him about Escape, child? What? Michelle so messy. Why she dragging Candy? And did they not know we asked a whole lot of questions? We talked about a whole lot of things, and Escape was just one of them. You remember during the live when I said, Peter, you want to stay around and we could talk about some hot topics. Okay. That's what we were doing. We were talking about hot topics because what's hotter than Escape right now? Let's give Escape they props, honey. All the drama going on with the ladies is hot news. Okay. Anywho, I'm digressing. You said that wasn't nice. Okay, thieves and charlatans. Y'all so funny. It's all good, just as long as y'all know where it came from. At least my voice was in it. My pretty face wasn't in it, but my voice was in it. So y'all know where it came from. I ain't striking people. We want to get the word out. It's all good. I said I was gonna do more Instagrams and more what you call it, ticky tackies. Okay. Y'all see on my community tab, I put up my ticky tack my TikTok. And I've been posting a lot of my clips over there as well. Shout out to all the new people who joined me over there. I went to 0 to 500 real quick. Okay. I appreciate that. When I get to 1,000, I can go live on TikTok too. Look at God. Look at God. Okay. Also, we've been on again. Listen, as soon as I start saying something good, see, I was prepared for it this time. Look, I was prepared, even though I'm a little blurry. Hold on. Even though I'm a little blurry, I was prepared for Candy to to come through. Done one to snatch my dang internet stream off of my desktop. That's my desktop that be doing that. My laptop is just fine. I don't understand why my desktop is doing that. Oh, I'm right here. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Let me know if you can see me. I'm right here. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna reboot. I'm waiting on a special guest as well. Today, uh the what was it? Real Housewives of Potomac aired today. And while I didn't see it, apparently, the ladies got to fighting at bar one. And I was in bar one that day. We was talking about it just the other day. I was sitting over in the corner, Peter's patio. And so Peter said that, they pimped him out. They said, he said he wanted to come on and, we could talk about it or whatever. And so I was like, okay. So I sent Peter the link. I don't know if he gonna come or not. But I love it when Peter comes over to the show. Now, hold on. Ooh, I'm up. Hold on. Am I up? Yep. Okay. See, I came back up quick this time. Let's see if it gonna go down. I got all my sound back up. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. There I am. Bam. Let me swap me out. Swap me out. Swap me out. Swap me out. Okay, there I am. You said Peter and the light skins attacked the dark skin. I saw that. I was looking on what was I looking on? The neighborhood talk had a clip of it, and I was like, look at the neighborhood talk doing all that. Let me put my filter back on. Hold on. My red lipstick filter. It makes my red look redder. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yes, I didn't like that. I didn't like how the clip that I saw, because like I said, I haven't seen the whole show. I went and watched the clip on the neighborhood talk, and I didn't like how they were calling Wendy aggressive and using all those trigger words. It's like, why is it that we have to disrespect black women like that? Why, when we use our words, whether they be a little bit strong for you, you can't take it when people use words. You got to throw things, okay, because you are so fragile. I didn't like that. Okay. You need to stop dividing it by color. What is we supposed to do? I'm just saying, if we see it, why not talk about it? You want us to just sweep it under the rug and act like it doesn't exist? It exists. Colorism is a thing. And if you don't experience it, I assure you, you are not black. Okay. I assure you, you are not black. Blickety black. Okay. You said, is he Peter or Patricia? Why y'all be misgendering that man? Why? Hold on, click in. Let me see. If I sent him the right link. I might have sent him the old link from the other day. Um, I don't like it when y'all misgender people. I understand when y'all be like, stay out of women's business. I get that. But y'all don't like it when we be misgendering people, honey. You got TS Mr. Man Hands, TS Timothy over there talk about it's us versus them. We're gonna get into that as well. I wasn't gonna talk about Shanquella Robinson's case. We talked about it a little bit, because YouTube ain't too friendly on us talking about it for whatever reason, but I'm gonna talk about it today. Okay. I don't like the fact it's so many people out there disrespecting black women. I don't like the fact that it's so many people out here disregarding the fact that it was a black woman's life who was lost. I don't care about the ignorance. I don't care about the games and the trolling that people are playing. It does not matter. When Mr. Manhands got on his platform to his nearly 600,000 people and said that, it was one of your own that killed you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we said that about the trans community? If because I've never honestly, I've never came across a case of a trans person being killed by a black woman. I've never, ever, ever. I'm not to say that it has never happened, but I've never seen it. Okay. And when most trans people get killed, it's normally by a man. Okay. We've seen it time and time again. So can you imagine if we got online and said, it's not us killing y'all, it's one of y'all own. You a man and a man killed you. So I mean, it's just so irresponsible to use your platform in that manner. I just don't agree with it. I don't like it. you spoke too soon. Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm just wasting time right now. Let me go ahead and say hello to my people. Hey, Victoria, come on in. Come on in. Victoria is a new member. He should be ashamed. Listen, that okay. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Who said that? Yes, I was just making my way around the internet and I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it. And I was like, I might as well add Mr. Man Hands to the agenda for old time's sake, honey. Because he over there talking about he's being attacked by black women. But it seems like he's always the person attacking black women. And I can attest to that because I was one of the ones he attacked, pulled guns out on the internet, pointing guns at the screen, sending my address and phone number out online to have people come and attack me. Like, y'all forget about what happened. It's like, oh, because I make videos talking about you, which is what I do. I make videos talking about everybody. That gives you the right to dox me, to put my phone number online, to come and say you'll kill me. Like, how is I don't understand that. Like, that seems a little bit cuckoo to me. Seems like you suffering some mental ailment. It's like you want to be in the public eye, but do not want to be discussed by the public unless the what the public discusses is something that you feels is pertinent to you. I mean, is you know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm just all over the place. But I'm just pissed off about it. It's not good. Thank you so much, Try Love. Thank you. Yes, all that. Madison. I know it's a lot of y'all new people over here. Look, y'all, I almost got 90,000 subs. I started when we turned the damn privacy off. I think I was at 78 or something like that. I almost got 90,000. Y'all been really subscribing. And I really appreciate y'all, all the new people in here. But yes, that Negro did all that to me. And that is why I refuse to call him a her. So a lot of people feel like I am like just being transphobic and disrespectful to the trans community. No, I'm talking about that nickel. Okay. I'm talking about that gentleman with a wig on. I won't even call him a gentleman. That man with a wig on, honey, who be online swinging his penis and talk about new weed, 22 inches and all that. I'm talking about him. He went into the courthouse and lied and told the judge that I did this, that, and the third. And I ain't even seen that man. I ain't talked about that man, mama. I don't know that man, mama. Only way I know that where that man lived is because I had to get him served for the restraining order. Then he went on his platform and tried to tell people that I was driving past his house when everybody know me. I do not like driving outside of 285. I stay inside downtown Atlanta and I do not go outside past the perimeter. Okay, everybody knows that. Y'all ain't never seen me in Henry County. Ever, 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 ever. And you never will, honey. I don't do Henry County. I stay in Fulton and DeKalb. And every now and then I dip over into Cobb. Okay. We Fulton County around here. Okay. But anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. You said you were supposed to be saying hello to the people. Child boy, you know I'm dyslexic and all that stuff, and I got ADD. And look, I be digressing. Okay, get your I digress mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies at Teespring, because I be digressing a lot around here. That's the way my mind works. It goes from here to here in 20 seconds flat. Now, yeah, when I'm in my feelings, I have to tell y'all how I feel. Okay, I have to. I asked the Lord to speak through me, and that's what He does, and that's just kind of what had happened. Okay, Buckhead Betty. Well, my attorney calls me downtown Michelle Brown. Okay, I have accepted that as my nickname. Okay, he said, "Talk about Kenya still mentioning this bolo nonsense. Must we? Must we? Can we talk about? Okay, let me go ahead and say hello to my people. I still ain't said hello. The people in the green, those are my channel sponsors. You see Real John and Zaleen and Try Love and Kendra, okay, and Druzy. All these people are channel sponsors, and you too can be a channel sponsor too. Only thing you got to do is click the join button. There's also a link in the description box, okay? Just pay me a little bit. Just support me as your favorite content creator. If you support me, I might come on more often, okay? That's how it works around here. We do this for money. And we do it for the love of it. Okay, we do it for the love of it, but we like to get paid for doing it too. Okay, so support your favorite content creators, and if I'm one of them, support me too. Okay, you said, is that a what behind me? A what? A Grammy? Yes, I have a Grammy. I was once in Escape back in the day, when Latasha first left Escape. I never told y'all that story. Oh yeah, there's some new people in here. Hold on, let me pull up my picture. Let me pull up my picture because I was in Escape back in the day. They called me this time, but I was busy. Okay, I was real busy. I can't find the picture. It's been so long. Okay, they got me and Tiny. Where me and Tiny and Candy at? Hold on, let me put Michelle, Tiny, Candy straight from the A. Let me see if that come up. Let me see if that'll bring it up. No, they got me and Candy. They got me and Candy again. They got lots of me and Candies. But that's why y'all be trying to figure out why I don't like Candy, because Candy kicked me out of the group. Candy kicked me out of the group. I could not take it. I was upset. They're gonna meet Candy and Mama Joyce. Hold on. It's all kind of pictures on the internet when you look for them. It is all kind of pictures on the internet. Um, yeah, so Candy had kicked me out of the group back in the day. And I've been trying to like get back in, and she wouldn't let me. Okay, she wouldn't let me. Hold on. You said it's on Facebook. Well, listen, I wanted to come up right now. They're gonna me and Candy again right there. Hold on. I'm scrolling, trying to figure it out. Who is that? Oh, that's Candy and Tiny over there. They're gonna me and Candy right there. They're gonna me and Candy right there. Okay. They're gonna me and Candy right there. Okay. So yeah, I'm sure some more Michelle. Let me see. ATLien. It was we was at the party. I don't know where the picture at. We was at the party. They're gonna me and Tiny right there. Okay, they're gonna me and Tiny. Okay, they're gonna me and Shakana. Okay. Uh I don't know. I thought I'd be able to find it on the Googles, but apparently it's not on the Googles. It should be. They're gonna be in Phaedra. But anyway, I'm just running my mouth. But yeah, I used to be in a group, and I got me a Grammy for my songwriting capabilities. I wrote a song called "Blog This Bitch." Okay, I wrote a song called "Blog This." Okay, y'all never heard of that song? Well, apparently, it was a hit. Okay, yeah, singing in the background. It was a hit and everybody loved it. And it is what it is. Now, another thing I like to shout out my Facebook. I see DL Shula over there. I almost forgot about y'all. Hey, Facebook, I see you. And my Patreon people, I see you. Y'all just be hating. I love you too. Thank you, Teresa. Y'all just be hating. Y'all know, yes, I got a Grammy. And there's a mother's love. I was supporting Candy in a mother's love. So don't ever say I be hating on Candy when Candy done got some of my money. Okay, Candy, I have supported Candy from the beginning of time. Okay. Now, who is in the back? Let me see. Is he in the back? He still ain't here. Okay, let me keep going. Now, I don't know if y'all saw Nene Leaks. Nene was hanging out with a few Real Housewives recently. Did y'all see Nene and the Real Housewives of Dubai? Honey, Nene is killing it. Nene is worldwide, honey. We ain't seen Candy out in Dubai doing nothing. But Nene was out there. Here she is right here. Hold on, let me show you this picture. She was over there with Yoni and them, doing the dang thing. They got one picture with Lisa Milan and Chanel. Okay, there are two of the Real Housewives of Dubai. Okay, she is in Dubai, honey. Looking all good, all black, everything. Okay, and guess who else was on her sleeve, honey? Look at the Jasmine brand. Got it right there. Look who's on her arm. All the men look all dapper and stuff. Yoni got his suit on, child. His little it's nice. Okay. He got his toes covered this time. I love it. I am loving it. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. So yes, they looking good. Let me look at some more pictures. Mhm. Okay. Actually they were at Steve, there's Nene Leaks right there. They were at Steve Harvey's golf tournaments, okay, and in Abu Dhabi, okay, and there it is, the Melt Golf Classic by Steve Harvey in Abu Dhabi. Look, there go Marjorie Harvey. Everybody's looking amazing, honey. Them dresses cost money. Those are money making dresses right there, honey. I don't know if I could afford to go to that gala. Those look, and she got best dress for the ball. That is amazing. Look at that. Okay. Oh, that's that man who's on TikTok. Okay. But anywho, there's Nene. But I also want to show you this and give you this little message that I'll let y'all just hear the audio because it's funny to me. Okay. It's funny to me. you, honey. She will drag you in this motherfucker, honey.
That's her being a blogger. She got to write her story.
Look, I just posted it. Y'all know dang well I am not riding for no candy.
I just posted it earlier. Hey. That's her being a blogger. Oh, honey,
I am more than a blogger.
And I'm like, you are more than a blogger.
I am more than a blogger. Don't do me like that.
What
I'm like,
what am I supposed to say?
I'm not like them other bloggers. You be acting like I'm just a blogger. Like,
no, well, hold on. I always say that the bloggers make millions. I'm not retarded.
I mean, they gotta do with money. I'm just saying in general.
But why
I'm
do you
just not one of them. I'm different.
Well, what should I say? What's the proper?
I'm Michelle. I'm like, what do you do?
But just saying you're Michelle.
I'm the blog goddess. I'm like,
okay, so
all them bitches is my son.
Okay, so all I need to say is the blog goddess Michelle is here.
Yeah, all them bitches is her sons. Yes.
Got it. You ain't got no, I'm happy to say all them bitches is her son.
Like, for real. You
ain't got no problem with me saying it. Okay. I got you. Y'all, this is Michelle from Atlanta. All them bitches is her son.
Thank you. I'm going to use that as a soundbite, okay? So we're going to replace Eva. Let me get somebody to replace Eva on my theme song. Okay, it's gonna be Nene's voice. Okay, this is iamATLien and all these bitches is her sons. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're just having us a good old time at Ladies of Success. The vlog is coming soon. Okay, let me check in on my guests. Let's see if they're still coming. Are you still coming? Question mark. Question mark. Okay. Well, let me see what you said. Yes, we was having us a good old time. You said I should change it. The cocktails were flowing. The cocktails were flowing, child, because we did have us a lot of cocktails. It was shot o'clock. I don't know if y'all been looking at my shorts. I put a lot of shorts from the Ladies of Success, and I showed y'all it was shot o'clock. We was at the bar after the event, and we was just drinking. So it was very, very good. Okay. Yes, somebody tell Carl to get the beat ready. Okay, Carl, we need a new beat, and we need Nene's voice on the beat. If you watching, okay. Yes, 1,000 people that snuck up in here. Like this video as you come in. We got a good show. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about first because I didn't watch the Real Housewives of Potomac. I was hoping Peter was come on first so he could tell me, then I could get into the other stuff. Well, let me go ahead and talk about the drama then. Let me talk about the drama first since he's not here. You know what? One more thing I want to talk about before I start. Okay, let us allow for a little bit of praise and worship from one of our favorite people. Now, y'all have been following this escape drama. Y'all know I'm petty. Y'all been following this escape drama, Tiny and Candy and Tamika are on tour, on their little mini tour, and they left one of their group members at home, the main one with the voice they left at home. Well, she woke up this morning and she was praising God. Hold on. Let me see. Wait a minute, guess. I gotta do this since I already started this story. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna start this story. She was praising God this morning, honey. She showed who the voice was. Hold on. We gonna look at this real quick. It's only a minute. It's only a minute. She was cooking Sunday dinner and she showed us who the voice was.
Deliver me, 'cause all they seem to do is hurt me, hurt me. Lord, deliver me, 'cause all they seem to do is hurt me.
Now, how they left the voice at home, y'all?
Hurt me, hurt me. Lord, deliver me, yes, 'cause all they seem to do
Look at this.
okay. Cause I know you would deliver me. Oh, that's why I'm singing love.
Woo! She said all they do is talk about me and lie on me. And you know who she talking about, but you know, I'm gonna leave that in the past because we done already talked about that and beat that dead horse today. And they already been dragging Peter for saying he don't know Candy. Okay. So hey Peter, how you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Thank you for putting on a shirt.
I'm at home, man.
I mean, I'm sure the ladies would have loved to see you with your little whitey tighty whitey on, but you know,
Yeah, cool.
how you doing,
I'm good.
superstar?
I'm
You was
good. How you
trending,
doing? What?
huh? You was trending today.
I was? Why?
Yeah, everybody was dragging you about saying you don't know Candy.
I don't know her. We did the same show for what 7 years.
Mhm,
But people, when I said don't know somebody, if you ask me if I know Nene, I know Nene
mhm,
because I hang out with Nene all the time. Nene's supportive thing I do. I support everything Nene does. We talk on the phone. Like her guy, that's one of my good friends. You know, we she fly down to Miami, Vegas, wherever. Like we hang out. So I would say
mhm.
I know Nene. Like I was there when Greg, was passing. You know what I'm saying? I that's my friend. Nene.
It was just funny to me how the blogs ran with that 1 minute clip. They didn't hear all of this. You said all of this yesterday.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. People like to run with shit because they just like to run with shit. But when you ask me if I know Candy, I would say I don't know Candy. I've been around Candy. We was a part of the same thing for a while. The housewife thing. I never went to Candy house on some personal hangout shit. She have never came to my house on no personal hangout stuff.
Mm.
Whenever we see each other, it's usually work. You
I
know,
think they were mad at me too because you had said when I asked you about Escape and you said you don't fuck with the
I don't.
Escape.
Yeah,
Like what
I
Escape do to
mean,
him?
yeah, they didn't do nothing with me, but I don't fuck with them like that. I don't know them. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? They haven't done anything to me. The young lady that was just singing,
Uh-huh.
like she's dope as hell. But I think I only met
Yeah.
her once, so I don't know them.
You know they
You know
kicked
what I'm
out
saying?
Candy kicked out the group chat.
Well, I mean, like I mean, Candy didn't. She didn't mess with them two girls for years, right? For
Mhm.
years, like I'm like over 10 years, I believe. You know what I'm saying? She didn't mess with them. So, but that have nothing to do with me. When they ask me if I know them, I don't know them. I say I don't fuck with them like that, and that's what I meant. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Do I like their
Listen,
music?
you ain't gotta get snippy with me. I know what you meant.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like it seems like I have to explain in details when I say anything. Like they probably think I care, but I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Oh, okay. A
Uh-huh.
man of wisdom. It,
Uh-huh.
everybody was talking about you on Potomac tonight, and I did not watch it. I was out. And then when I got back, it was literally going off, and I saw the little snippet that said something about John Hopkins Hospital or whatever. And then you called me after that, thinking we were gonna go on right there. And I was like, but I ain't even watched it
Yeah,
yet.
I was ready for
So,
that shit. Everybody in my restaurant in Baltimore wanted to watch it, so we actually watched it at the bar. And I usually, well, not usually. I don't watch Potomac because I'm on a couple of episodes and I want to see how they feature my bar. Because this is
mhm,
the reason why I do it to market and promote my business. I want to see
mhm.
it, and I love it. I was so pleased with tonight's episode because it was all about Bar One, Miami
Bar
Beach. You know
One
what I'm saying?
Miami had the beautiful
Yeah.
view in the back.
Yeah, definitely. That shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? People who never been there that lives across the country, across the world, could see it. Up front. You
And they sat
listen.
in the
I
good
can't.
part.
Yeah, I can't pay for that kind of advertisement. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when they ask me if I want to feature my restaurant and do a cameo, I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's called marketing and promotion. That's called being smart. And if they want me to, put a little, like put a little spice in whatever they setting up. You know, I know how to do that shit. I have a lot of experience at doing that.
So what did
You
you
know,
do in this episode that got people dragging you?
I didn't do nothing. I mean, the way they slice thing and edit thing, it makes it seem um like I was talking shit about Wendy, but I wasn't. I said Wendy and I did. Wendy and I met a couple of times at my restaurant because she was interested in doing this African Nigerian restaurant, but it kind of went left when she was talking about a bookstore and blah blah blah. It just didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, send her paperwork, and you're supposed to talk to her husband and get back to me. And I never heard back from Wendy. So
Mm.
I said, I figure her husband shut it down. So it was no big deal. I didn't think anything was going to materialize out of it anyway. But when they told me that they were coming to shoot in Miami, I thought the first one I would have heard from was Wendy, since it's her and I did a whole scene together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Talking about the restaurant. She never called me. Even when she came down there, she never called me. I'm like, that's weird.
Hmm.
We did a scene together. That at least let's do some kind of follow up on it because it was extensive. But I guess
Uh-huh.
she got caught up in her busy life. She never follow up, and of course they wanted me to mention that, so I did. With Mia.
So what about everybody talking about y'all too many you told too many people about y'all's business. I don't know what that means.
It's
So
a
did you
TV
tell
show.
somebody?
People,
Huh?
people, people out there. You got to remember that this is a TV show that they're making. This is not some personal, intimate shit, people. It's a TV show. So whatever I say on camera with the TV show, everybody's going to know about it because it's a TV show. So when I talk to Wendy, you don't think the producers go back and tell every cast member my conversation with Wendy? All right, of course they did. All right, it wasn't off camera; it was on camera. It's
Ooh,
a show. All right, so to make the show entertaining and to make it worthwhile, they shown both my establishment. I have to play ball. Okay, so stop acting like if you're only watching a motherfucking TV show. You know what I'm saying? This ain't off camera shit we doing. This is on camera shit. And if y'all don't know how that shit work because y'all get caught up in the TV show, you know what I'm saying? You think it's real
Peter is
life shit.
Peter
You know
is
what I'm
roasting
saying?
y'all.
One of us is retarded. It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm making a TV show, and y'all think this is some personal shit. It isn't, because none of us would be talking to each other if it wasn't for the entertainment of the TV show. Please believe
Okay,
that.
okay. They said don't be cursing them out. Can I get some people to call in and ask you questions because I don't know what to ask you.
Absolutely.
'Cause I don't know. Listen, y'all, I know y'all in the chat roasting Peter. Some of y'all watched the show tonight. If you want to call in and ask him a question directly, because I am not a Potomac girl. Okay, so I don't know what questions that y'all want answered. So
Mhm.
listen, I have put the link in the chat. You don't necessarily have to be on camera, but I'm sure Peter gonna want you to be on camera because that's the kind of dude he is. Um, let me know. I put the link in there. She act like she had receipts. Let me see. I think Wendy's husband needs to have a conversation with Peter at this point. To
Why?
me, in
I never.
business and marriage, the husband or wife comes first. Oh,
Okay. All right. Okay.
hold
You
on. We
know.
have Miss Dogan in the building. Miss Dogan, you ready?
Yeah.
Take your phone off mute. Hi, Miss Dogan.
Hey, Peter. I love you,
Hey,
Peter.
I
I
love
be
you too.
windmilling for you in these streets. They stay trying to drag you out here. You
Yeah,
the
because
man, Peter.
they don't have no damn sense. That's why.
That's right. You do no wrong. None.
Yeah, these people are crazy.
I just
They
want to
was
come on here and
dragging us
say,
on the damn neighborhood talk. And everybody was like, they dragging y'all. I'm like, we'll live.
and the blog goddess, we already know she don't do no wrong. So yeah, Peter, don't pay him no mind. You got the right idea.
Mm-hmm. I
Thank
ain't
you,
paying
Miss
them
All
no
Dogan.
right.
damn.
That's all I want to say. Have a good one.
You ain't had no question about the show?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
I'm
All
not
right.
watching
Thank
Bravo
you.
actually, so I have to wait for the clips. I have to be a day behind.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Hogan.
Right.
And you know, I had asked Peter to come on tomorrow. He was like he was gonna be traveling, so he wouldn't even give me no time to watch it. So I was like, okay, I got to get it while I can, honey.
No,
Oh,
yo,
shoot, Jessica.
Hey,
Hey,
girl.
hey, Jessica.
Hey,
Jessica, my
Peter.
fave, one of my faves, honey.
Hey,
okay.
Peter.
Hey, how you doing?
Great. What's next for you with the Bar One franchises? And will you be returning to North Carolina?
Nope. I won't be returning to North Carolina.
Oh,
Well, I mean, the restaurant's about Sports One is about we just revamp it. It's about to reopen, but I don't really. It's just one of me, and I can't be everywhere, so I'm gonna stop through Sports One probably, you know, probably at least once every 3 months. For come and spend a weekend up there. My cousin Donovan from iRevive just partnered up with my brother, so I'm gonna pass through to support them. It's like 9 years since we've been on that block.
So,
And we have
so
no
for
issue.
Earl,
We have zero issues. You know what I'm saying? So the landlord fuck with us, we fuck with him. So it's gonna be special.
wait. You're still in Charlotte? The Sports One is still here?
Yeah,
Where?
the same place. I closed it down 4 or 5 months ago because I wasn't there. My brother was taking care of my mom because she wasn't healthy after my dad died a year and a half ago.
Oh,
So and there was rapid stealing going on. So I wasn't going up there. I just decided to fire everybody, pay the rent every month, pay my bills, pay my light bills, my gas bill, keep the building intact, and wait until I find the right partnership. We just did. So 5 months, I just rolled with just paying those bills, make sure that everybody up there got their check. Took it a while because I didn't really care how they were treating the business. After I gave them opportunities to excel and take it to the next level, instead of taking it to the next level, they decided to put it in their pocket. So I
okay.
got rid of everybody and just pay my rent, pay my light bill, pay my gas bill, keep it going until I find the right partnership. We just did.
Well, that's
are you
great
still
then. I'll
partnering
check
with?
it out.
Are
Yeah.
you still partnering with Cordell? You
I
still?
will be partners with Cordell for life. That's my guy.
Oh, okay.
All
Hmm
right,
All
I'll
right.
let somebody else get on and ask a question.
But
hmm
nobody up there, Jessica. You
Oh,
need to ask a question.
oh,
Ain't nobody waiting in the back. It's on you.
okay.
They
So,
nervous. I don't know what they scared of. They asking all the questions in the chat tonight.
Yeah, they're not brave enough to talk to me. They like to talk shit behind my back. They don't want to come on
Okay.
camera and talk to me.
so they wanted
Mhm.
some show questions. It looks like. So, so you did, or will you be returning back on the Potomac, the Real Housewives of Potomac, or was that just like a one-time deal for you?
Um, well, I mean, it's always. Um, uh, I know Mia. Mia is from Charlotte. You know, Mia lived in Charlotte as long. Well, I mean, she was friend with a friend of mine, and I met her several years ago. We used to, a group of us used to go on trips together, and I've been, I think, more than one vacation with me and Gordon. Gordon is my homeboy. He's from the hospitality business. He used to own around, I think, around a dozen McDonald's. Her husband and his brother owns several McDonald's too, because I know both of them, and their wives and us hang out all the time. So if Mia is still on the show, which I believe she's going to be on the show because she's a lot of excitement, and they want to do anything with me. Bravo kind of like the fact that I get to dip in and dip out because you see, I did like 2 taping with them, and they turned it into like damn near 6 episodes. So they like me being in the cipher because more people watch the show because of that, I believe.
Yeah, more people do watch because of you. They like they
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
you kind of messy. So
I'm kind of messy. You see, you're messy as fuck.
You, she
not
is.
me.
We know she messy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
she
am
gonna
is.
not messy.
Yeah,
I'm just
whatever, you
saying.
blonde motherfucker. You are messy.
Why you and Nene always do me like that? I am so not messy.
Whatever. Okay.
now.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get a little messy,
Well,
Peter, because
well, they know that I'm quick with it. That's what it is.
Well, I'm gonna get a little messy.
Go
Now
ahead
I
then.
know you answered a lot of questions already about the whole Cynthia thing that recently happened.
What?
Do you
What?
do you think
Her
About the
divorce.
clickbait,
huh?
huh?
Her divorce.
Yeah, about
Mm,
you guys possibly getting back together or reconciling. Do you think
no.
maybe that was kind of put out there for her to kind of trend maybe a little to get
She
her
talked about
her
the
spot
Facebook
back?
post that Cynthia did where she
Yeah.
said coming home, and she
Mhm.
put that picture of you and her, and it was clickbait to go to like a post about her moving on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't follow Cynthia on Instagram or Facebook or any social media platform. I haven't
Mhm.
since um, March 8th, 2016. So I never see anything that she put out there. But my phone lit up about that post, and people actually screenshotted and sent it to me. And I actually did shoot her a text and like, yo, what's up with this? And she's like, you know, she said she'd been getting blown up about it also. I don't know. We didn't really I don't remember how the conversation was. It was kind of short. But I didn't put that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? She did. I was just reacting to what was out there. It's like it says coming home. I didn't even see that part. I just saw a
Mhm.
picture of us, and people are always putting picture of us, old picture of us out there, and trying to create stories around it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, there's no reconciling going on. She's real cool. She's actually real close with my oldest child, Portia. They
Oh, okay.
hang out together all the time. And you know, like Portia loves her. She loves Portia. She's around my grandkids all the time. She's like family at this point, but I really don't see her. I really don't see her. I don't think that Cynthia Bailey and I have been in the same room probably but once in the last 3 years.
You
Okay.
see that? That's the a screenshot of it right there. It was on her official Facebook page, and it
Yeah.
said
Mm-hmm.
officially coming home, and she posted a picture of you and her.
So I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know why she did that.
You ain't holding out on us or nothing, are you, Peter?
No, I'm not. Mhm. No, I would
Peter,
tell you. I would tell you. I don't know why she did that. It was kind of mixed message. I don't know what it was about. You know, I think people after her divorce, a lot of people asked her and asked me all the time the same thing. Are you guys gonna get back together? I hear that shit like probably 1,000 times a year. And I usually laugh about it because I didn't know that we were such a powerful force as a couple. For all them years, and people just love us together. You know what I'm saying? But like again, me and her would be probably cool. And from a distance, it's
Yeah.
nothing that I want to revisit.
okay.
Is that Dre, Michelle?
I don't know. I think that's who is this? The people want to know. You don't have a picture, but
Okay, so I have a question for Peter.
Yeah,
Yes.
Peter, you said that you enjoyed the episode. Did you watch the full episode?
I did.
Okay, so you didn't see any issues in that episode?
I see a lot of issues, but I understand reality show probably more than you do because I've
What?
actually been on it and I know how they shoot it and I know how they edit it.
Okay.
They do what works for them. Well, is it the way it actually played out? Actually, I just know when they shoot me and what happened when they shoot me. I don't know when they shoot them. I wasn't there when they were shooting them. I wasn't there when them girls was fighting. I wasn't there when they were saying all that they were saying. I was shocked about a lot of shit that they were saying because a lot of it was somewhat fabricated. I didn't have no conversation with them people like that. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I was just, but it meshed, it worked for the people who got edited to make a story out of it. You know what I'm saying? When I walked over there, you watch the show tonight? When I walked over there, do you see me have beef with anybody, including Wendy? No, I didn't.
Well, that's what I was going to follow up and ask you. So,
Yeah, no, I
like,
didn't. I went over there and I said hello to
yeah,
everybody. And
no,
then
I
they
know.
came in. And then Mia came and asked me, what was the beef about, because I could see that she was trying to stir the pot. I didn't really give her nothing for her to run with it other than, I haven't seen her. I thought it was kind of crazy that her and her shot a whole episode about doing a restaurant together. And then she went dark. And then she knows she was coming at my restaurant to shoot. I would figure that she would pick up the phone or even text me and say, "Yo, Peter, we're shooting at your restaurant, right? Maybe we could do a follow up on what we had talked about in Baltimore." But I didn't even get that from her. I thought that shit was weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
They
But I
said
don't
that
know.
you didn't return her text.
Yeah, that's what Wendy
No,
said.
it's not true. I return all her texts.
Oh,
So
I guess
Peter,
that's the way they edited it. Made it seem like
Oh yeah, well
she
that's
picked.
of course that's what they make it seems like.
Oh, okay.
so Peter, do you think there is any basis to the I guess I'll say alleged, whatever, alleged colorism issue on Potomac?
The
Or
light skinned
no?
girl versus dark skinned girl.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
you think there's like any basis to that? Do you think
Girl,
it's
that's
like,
the issue. That's
that's
basis to
worldwide.
issues worldwide. It's
well,
on the
no,
planet.
well, obviously, but I'm
It's
talking about,
especially on that show. What are you talking about? Yes,
okay, so that's what I'm saying on that
yes,
show.
yeah.
Did
I
you do
believe
you
that to
think
be a
that
fact.
do you think it bled over into tonight? Like, did you see it tonight?
Um, if I saw that tonight, the light skinned girls against the dark skinned girl.
I
Uh,
mean, so for example, with
Let them
Wendy,
finish. Let them answer the question.
yeah.
okay.
Well, yeah. What I saw tonight is that Wendy had more control than Mia.
Hmm.
And Mia and Wendy antagonized the shit out of Mia. She knew all the right shit to say for Mia to react. Even though Mia lived in Charlotte for 10 years or so, she's from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So, she's not going to take but so much, especially when you personally start talking about or looks. You understand what I'm saying? There's certain things that she's been dealing with for years. And when you start taking those kind of jab, you know what's coming at you. But it seems like, these shows are based on, and if you don't know, and all the people out there that's watching this program, these shows are based on ridiculous competition of these women, regard if they're gonna return, if they're gonna renew their contract for another year, if they're gonna stay on
It's
TV,
like
if they're gonna
Survivor.
get to stay on TV. Exactly. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So at some point they egging them to turn up, to turn up, to turn up. You know what I'm saying? Did I think it was cool for me to throw the water at her? No, absolutely not. I didn't think it was even called for. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I didn't agree with that at all.
Uh oh. Somebody called them. Child.
And the
She'll be back.
powers that be.
The other two lead together,
I'll
and
be
that's
back.
and that's entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I guess well, what the overall Twitter blacks and the Instagrams and everybody talking about is like I was saying, it's a clip going around now on the neighborhood talk of the little fight argument or what led up to the fight, and it's
Yeah.
almost like yeah, we see Wendy, talking, 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 but it's like everybody chimed in and called her aggressive, called her this, and all those trigger words that they use that they
Hmm.
to dark skinned women and then the
Hmm.
light skinned women who are the ones who are throwing the punches, are throwing the whatever. It's like, oh, she was just upset. Oh, she was. They don't get labeled aggressive and all of those
They never
negative
fucking
terms.
do. That's because that's conditioning. They've been doing that shit the beginning of time.
But do
Black
you do
black
you
black people like me, black men like me, I usually get the blunt of that shit. So I live with that every day of my life.
And us black
You know what I'm
women,
saying?
dark skinned black women do too. That's
Yeah, of course
what
y'all
we.
get it. Of course y'all get it. And you get it from you. We get it more from our own kind than we get it from anybody else.
Uh,
And that's a
well, I've been
fact.
called aggressive before.
have you?
Yeah.
That's because your
Well,
ass is aggressive.
I knew you was about to say that.
well, Peter, when you gonna tell your girlfriend to leave Wendy and Candace alone?
Who's my
Oh,
girlfriend?
I thought they said Giselle was your girl.
I don't know
No?
Giselle?
Giselle. I have never been to Potomac. I don't even know where the fuck that is, to be honest with you.
I don't think
Okay.
nobody. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't I have never seen what's her name? Griselle. I have never seen
Giselle.
her. like she said tonight on the show, she met me at the BT Awards several years ago. And then I saw her in my restaurant when she came up there to do a fundraiser for our new elected governor, a friend of mine in Westmore. Outside of that, I've never seen that woman. We talk on chat, on through DM several times when I was trying to engage with hiring her to host at my venues. All right, and the timing was never right, but I have never talked to her outside of that. No, never.
Okay.
Mhm.
That was a question people wanted to know last time you got on,
Yeah.
but I was scared to ask you.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
they
They
said,
put us together. A matter of fact, when I read that after this, they shot this at my bar, and everybody was blowing my phone up. I called one of the producer, the VP of talent, and Gazelle actually answered her phone.
"Ooh,
And I didn't know that Gazelle answered her phone. So I said, I thought I was talking to my producer friend. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that y'all putting out there that me and this woman is together? That shit is crazy. And she said, Peter, this is Gazelle. I answered the phone because I saw it was you that was calling. She said, I did not do that. Okay. And she said, I believe that Wendy did that, put that rumor out there. And I said, well, then y'all need to stop it because like out of respect for who you're with and respect for who I'm with, that's not cool. And that's
but see,
that's
that's the
that.
pile on again. I don't even
Yeah,
watch the show, but why they blaming Wendy for everything?
I
Right.
don't know. I don't know that they
The
they
aggressive
they work
black
they
woman.
work with her. I don't work with her. They're around her, taping all the time. I don't know why they're blaming her for anything. Like I watched her, but she has to find her. Let me tell you something. It's a fucking jungle. She has to find her way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If not, she's gonna get squeezed out.
It's the
Yeah.
But
same
do
thing that
you?
happened on Basketball Wives, though. But go ahead, Jennifer.
I was going. Yep.
I was
With
going.
you talking about with OG?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was going to ask, do you think that Wendy has a? I'm not trying to insult the other women, but do you think Wendy has a little more to lose than them?
She's a professor at John Hopkins. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't think she's doing anything to lose her job, but I see the disclaimer that they put up there because John Hopkins was mentioned several times. So Bravo being smart and don't want to get sued um for bad labeling, they
Yeah.
definitely went ahead and put that up there to make sure that they don't have nothing to do with it. But I don't
I
think
did
she's
see
doing
that.
anything to lose her job. I really don't think so. No.
Me
She's
either.
she's an analyst on CNN, and from what I heard, she's pretty good at what she does. Mhm.
Okay.
And they asking you about your girlfriend. He got a girlfriend that don't have nothing to do with the show.
Oh, that
Can't
just
tell
get
us her
they
name.
they getting ahead because I was just about to ask Peter.
Yeah,
You've been linked here recently to Shay. You've been linked to Giselle. How is all of this affecting your love life?
it doesn't at all because the person that I'm dating know that I'm with them. I'm not with nobody else.
Mm.
Yeah, it's entertainment. Shay
Hmm.
Johnson is a friend of mine. She just had a baby. I don't even know who the baby daddy is. So don't ask me.
Asking questions that we
Yeah,
asked yesterday.
because I never asked her who the baby daddy is. That's none of my damn business. You know what I'm saying? I know one thing for sure. It ain't me.
Okay, so Elvis,
Chuck,
um,
love that. Bop, 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 bop.
Uh-oh.
wait, one more question. So, okay, how come? What were you doing when the little argument popped off? Were you over with Michelle making ticky tacks, or like
Yo, Michelle, you were there.
because?
I was there. We did a ticky tack.
Because
Yeah,
where
we
was
were.
y'all antennas?
But wait,
Yo,
wait, Peter. I want to know why you didn't scurry over there and calm
I
that
didn't know what
down.
was going on.
Peter
My
had
wife.
no. Peter was mic'd up when we was over there talking because Peter
Yeah,
kept telling me to shut up because he was mic'd.
yeah, exactly.
Because
I
I
was
kept trying to
mic'd up,
find
and
out.
then they weren't done with me. But I don't like to walk into scenes. I'm not that into it where I care what they're doing. So I didn't know that they were having a scuffle at all. I was told by my staff member that, oh, they just damn near got into a fight. And even at that point, I didn't want to go over there. You know what I'm saying? That I know how this shit played out. It don't have nothing to do with me. So I stay in my VIP area. Me and Michelle was chilling in the VIP area.
Here we are right here, and I was asking questions. Hold on, let
Mm-hmm.
me see if I can pull it up again.
So they don't unmic y'all or turn y'all mic pack
No,
off when you leave the
they
scene?
don't unmic us until they're done with us, and they weren't
Oh,
done with me. What
oh,
I watched when I watched the show tonight.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You said when you
Yeah,
watched
when
the
I
show
watched the
tonight.
show tonight, I know that there's a scene that they didn't show, but I guess it's going to be to continue until next week, and I'm so excited about that shit because like well. Bar one is on TV for 45 minutes, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. That's a lot. I didn't even know when Mia at FaceTime me, she didn't tell me that I was being taped. So I didn't
Mm.
know that I was being taped for the show.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
What-
When I saw that, like, oh shit, they got more out of me than I was willing to give. You know what I'm saying? But this is how that shit works. They do what they have to do to make these things come together. They're taping what 6, 7, 8 different women, and they have to make it all mesh to make sense that when the viewers are watching it, it seamlessly come together. And that's what they do. They're professionals. So when
And
when you
another
guys
thing,
ask me things or think that I'm messy about certain things, you don't know the full story. You just what you see is what you believe, and that's usually not what it is.
they take it from a 1 minute snippet or whatever. Just like from this 1 minute snippet, they thought I was, saying something that I wasn't. But here it
Straight
is.
from the motherfucking A. Looking for the real blog shit. This that nigga, she lie about everything.
They said you called
Let's
me a
get this
fat
kid,
nigga.
No, I didn't.
I know you did.
No, this is the part, the more block. I want to know the shit that's going on in ATL. Let's talk about your new woman. Peter, what do you read? The ladies want to know what you read. We got two bitches right here. No, women. Oh. How women bitches. Yeah, I was talking about borrowing bitches.
Peter was lit.
Okay.
Yeah, I
We're
was.
talking about love interest. Love interest. We're trying to lock it down. Yeah, there's somebody that I'm with, but maybe crazy. What's their name? What they look like? Are they tall? Do they have blood hair? Do they have veneers? No veneers.
No veneers.
No veneers.
Okay. Somebody said to ask him how Phaedra's doing. He don't know.
I don't know. I've seen her for 5 minutes in Minneapolis at Paisley Park's at Kenny Burns' birthday party, and they drag the shit out of that 5 minutes.
They
You know what
did.
I'm saying? But she did went down to my restaurant and have cocktails with 10 of her friends, like I told her that she could because it was her birthday weekend, and it was just a nice gesture. There's no reason for me to be mad at Phaedra. You know what I'm saying? Again, all that shit was you can't believe everything, but there's certain things that you'll see with your own eyes and say, yo, listen, not even for the show I would do that. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And she had did some stuff. Maybe she was doing it for the show, or maybe it was part of her real life that I didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So, and I expressed how I felt when I was asked, and I was friends with Apollo, or friends with Apollo, not was friends with Apollo, and I didn't like it that he was getting ready to go away for like 5, 6 years, and she didn't want him to see his two boys. You know what I'm saying? And I was really angry about that because I've been through shit like that in my own life. Not
mhm.
that I was going to jail or anything, but when two people that was in love at one point and have kids, and when it don't work out, I don't think the kid should be ever put in the middle about shit like that. I just don't believe in that.
I agree. Sister
And
girl, you got a question?
yes, I mean, speaking of that Apollo and Phaedra thing, that wasn't my question at first, but I remember that season. I did you like how they portrayed Apollo on that season, or was it really that intense between them? You know, because
Apollo went to jail.
no, I
So,
remember he went to
so
jail, but I
yeah,
remember before when they had him like running through the house and like she was.
I wasn't there, so I can't. I wasn't there. I saw it just like you saw it on television. Um, and it looked crazy. But like, you don't know what happened before or what happened after and how they edit that. We weren't there, you know what I'm saying? But it looked crazy, you know, and her being afraid for her life and all of that stuff that she was doing, you know, I think it hurt kids. They got to grow up and see that. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
You
that's
know,
what I'm saying. Like working for Bravo.
yeah.
I mean, with y'all working and filming for Bravo and them being a part of y'all lives and how they were portraying um just a lot of the stuff that they portrayed y'all as, like how they showed, like as soon as you do something, you and Nene are trending but it's always the disrespect, like the little argument y'all had, but they don't show y'all in the light that you guys have a real brother and sisterhood all the
Mhm.
time. They always show y'all in I don't know, is that making sense? You know what I'm saying? Like,
They're not going
that,
to
I
show
get
that because, listen,
it's not
uh,
entertaining to see that.
yeah, it's not, it's positive, you know, and listen, I could say some of the most incredible shit on my Instagram, and I might get 50 likes and 20 comments. All right, and if I just have one of my rant, that should go viral. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Hmm.
so after a while, you have to be, you have to edit yourself of what you say and what you don't say. You know, at one point I used to post a lot. At one point I used to go live a lot. I don't do that shit no more.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people would look at 1 minute and judge your whole life off of it.
Yep.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And which is crazy. You like I'm saying I don't fuck with Escape. I mean, I didn't say I don't like their music. I say I don't fuck with them. I don't know them. I really don't
Yeah,
know them.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, uh, uh, I say I don't know Candy. I said I don't know Candy. Everybody would think because we taped together for 7 years, I know her. I don't know her. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We never hung up on some personal shit. Just we never went on vacation together. I'll run into those people, and of course I'm cordial and we're nice to each other, and probably nod a head, hey, give her a hug, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I see
Exactly.
Usher. I'll do the same with him. I know him from he was 13 years old. I'll do the same with him, but I don't
Hmm.
know him. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Nene Leaks, I know that Negro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's my girl. You know, we hang out, we talk
Exactly.
a lot of shit, we argue, we fuss, we fight, we make up. That's my sister for real. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, yo, I'm opening a new venue. I need that lick. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna charge me nothing. I'm gonna pay
Hmm.
for her room. Yeah, she don't even let me pay for a flight. She's gonna come and support me
Exactly.
because when she need me, I'm supporting her. That's my
Exactly.
friend for real.
That's
You know,
what.
Shay Johnson is my friend. You know what I'm saying? But people see us in the public and they immediately they romanticize and fantasize about people coming together that they're just cool with each other. That's all it is.
Exactly. Exactly. I like y'all. I like that, and I like that relationship y'all had.
Mhm.
Even with Greg not in the picture, y'all still remain close. She needed that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Losing him,
Mhm.
to have that support. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
really like that. I like y'all sister and brotherhood, and I feel like that's what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and we fight all the time.
I'm sure.
Hell, that Negro might not even be talking to me right now. But next week, you should gonna call me on some funny ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I never take her that personal word or words or anything affects me, because I know she's extremely passionate and she's extremely emotional, and so
Yes,
am
it
I.
is. Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
lot more sensitive than people give,
Yeah,
yeah.
yo, oh my God, she's so sensitive about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
listen, she's super sensitive, and I'm one that she probably don't want to hear the truth from, but
Hmm.
I ain't afraid of that niggas. I'm gonna tell her when she's wrong. I'm gonna tell her she's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I think she respect it. She do the same to me.
And
That's what friends supposed to actually do.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question. Do
Mhm.
you think that people want to know? Do you really think Portia's happy?
Oh wow. Oh wow. Now I can. Oh wow.
What was the question?
Do I really
Is
think Portia is happy? Okay, I've
Oh,
been around Portia and Simon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And Simon Simon got a lot of paper, but Portia ain't broke. And Portia is a beautiful girl. She could be with anybody she wants to be with. Okay, she chose that man. Ain't nobody twisting her arm to do nothing that she's doing right now. I'm going to their wedding. She chose that man. He chose her. She chose him. Do I think they're happy? I'm not in their household. Never
Okay.
been to their house. Never been to them in intimate thing. Never seen them argue. Oh, I see them when I see them out and we hung out together out. They're extremely respectful to each other.
That's good. That's
That's
what's
what
up.
I see.
Because she didn't have that with Cordell.
No, what she had with Cordell was a different type of relationship. Cordell is a Libra and he's extremely passionate. All right, and I wasn't there in their bedroom either, so I can't say shit about that. But I could tell you that he did love her, and I believe that she did love him, and it just didn't work out.
I think every man have different expectations too of what they desire and want from a woman in their role. And I think Cordell's what he wants is different than probably most likely than what
Simon won.
Simon wants,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And Portia's older now too.
Yeah,
And
she is.
even what she want has changed.
Of
True.
course.
So
I'll
I
tell
I
you
don't
mean,
know.
no,
something.
I mean, she looks happy to me, you know what I'm saying? But I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like, I just have Peter on the line. I wanted to, ask a
I'll
question.
tell you
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I was talking to the person that I'm dating, and we, we have a lot of disagreement. And when
How
I
long
tell
y'all
you,
been dating?
we've been. I don't even know if we could call it dating. To be honest with you,
Oh, come on.
I think we really like each other and we're around each other. And but what I want from her, she's not giving, and what I'm giving, she probably don't want. But we care about each other. And this morning, she checked me so hard. She checked me so hard, and she was so on point. I hate it when she's right.
what
You
she
know what I'm
do?
saying? I can't tell you all that shit. That's
Oh
personal.
man.
But you know what
Uh,
I'm saying?
Hey, Peter, you
But
I
brought
should
us
say
to the
what she do.
bridge.
but
Oh,
what I'm trying to say, the premise of what I'm trying to say, work on me here, is that she read me so hard, and when I shut up and listen, she was 1,000% right.
Mm.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So whew, I
So people are asking, does that mean you're available? Are you like, cause you saying you
available
don't give her
available
what
for
she
what?
wants?
Available for what? I know
Available for a
people.
relationship, I
I know
guess.
people. I know people might not believe this, but
Uh,
when my heart is involved with someone,
uh-huh.
there's no room for anyone else
Oh, that's sweet.
until
That's
that is over.
okay.
When
That's
that is over and I heal from it, then
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'll go out there and start. I'm extremely flirtatious, so I'll go out there, and if somebody and I gel, and if I really like them, and it's more than what they look like, it's who they are as a person that usually attract me. But nah, I'm not available. I'm not even in the mode right now to be on some dating shit. No, that's not the only thing I need to do now is fix my life, that my kids, and I have a brand new grandbaby that was born November 5th.
Yeah.
Peter
congratulations.
Anthony Thomas the third.
Look
You
at
know what
how
I'm
you.
many
saying?
does this make?
There's three grandbabies now, three boys. And I tell you something, like it makes you look at life different,
It
that
does.
you have to, if you didn't have a sense of purpose, and I'm old as fuck. So, so if I'm a late
What's old
bloomer,
as fuck,
you know
Peter?
what I'm saying? Yeah. So I am now have a sense of purpose. I am on some legacy shit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
Yeah.
I was watching my son, he sent me a TikTok. thing where a person is interviewing him. He's up there at Florida State, and the guy asked him, "Do you know any famous
Oh yeah,
person?"
I
My
seen that
son,
one.
and my son said, "Yeah, my dad." And he said, "Oh, could you get him on the phone?" And he called me and he said, "Hi, pops." And I said, "What's up, Bryce?" And before I could say anything else, he hung up. I had no idea what he was doing until he sent me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep on calling him back and he wasn't answering. I'm like, what the fuck? This kid just called me and just hung up on me? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And then he called me back 2 days later. Yo, Pop, that was on TikTok and I just sent it to you. It got like 7 million views. I'm like, okay, all
oh
right.
wow.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, but that's what I'm living for now. I love my kids and I love my kids. You know what I'm saying? And there's no room for nothing else.
Yeah,
Okay.
being a grandparent, it really does hit different.
Mm-hmm.
It does. You love your kids, but and you love your kids, but having that grandchild is just something
Different. That you know
something different.
that
It's a
little
different
person would
love.
not exist if you wasn't involved.
That's right.
You
It's
know what
like
I'm
a
saying?
whole
Yeah.
generation you
Oh
created.
yeah. That's
Mm.
some dope ass shit.
And so when I look at my grandson, I'm like, man, it's almost as if I
You
made
got a
him.
grandson?
Yeah, girl, I'm a grandmama.
Oh,
I'm
who knew?
somebody grandma child. Yes,
I'm a
ma'am.
Nene.
Yep, my
Well,
daughter, she's grown and out on her own, and I'm doing me. But looking at that grandson, though, it's like when he was first born, it was almost like I had my child all over again, just from the way the baby looked and everything.
That's dope, ain't it?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I didn't even know I would get so warm and fuzzy inside. And when I held that little baby in my hand, I'm like, oh shit. Felt like it was my child.
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
said, are your other two grandsons still acting?
They did Blackish for like 5.5 seasons.
Uh-huh.
And then that's over. Their mom wanted to give them a break.
Yeah.
One of them really like it. The other one don't care for it at all. You
Mm.
know, and she just want them to be kids. You know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to
Yeah.
pimp
What do
them.
they call you? Grand, pop, pop, paw, paw, granddaddy?
Not
Glam paw.
No,
Grandpa.
they call me grandpa.
Oh, okay.
They said, Grandpa, look. Grandpa, look.
Pop,
You know what I'm
pop.
saying? And then I told one of them the other day I was gonna bite him on his butt. So every time he FaceTime me now, he'd take his drawers down and show me his ass. Like bite it now. You know what I'm
We know
saying?
where they come from.
Huh?
Sound like something you do. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I love
Um,
them.
any
Man.
other questions before we wrap Pete up? He looked tired. He gotta go to bed, child. We've been on
Yes,
for an
I have
hour.
another question.
What's your
Yeah.
question? People want to know.
So speaking of men, Peter, what do you think about this T.S. Madison?
Oh Lord. I was gonna talk about that when Peter left because I didn't feel like he wanted to be involved in it.
I don't even
Um,
know what that
okay,
is.
me
See? He
either.
don't even know what that
We
is.
don't either. Okay.
And you know how,
And
and you
I
know
already
how,
knew he did. That's why I didn't ask the question.
and
I
you know
thought
Yeah.
how
you
that
would
topic
know.
can get when you know heterosexual men speak on that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That can
don't even
get
want to
kind
get
of
too
ugly
involved in
just
it.
a bit.
yeah, it'll get
Nah,
ugly. So
Yeah, we don't want
nah.
that.
Peter like, what
I
you
learned not to talk about anybody from the gay community. And I
I'm gonna
learned not to
protect you
talk
from
about
that,
I
Peter.
know not to talk about any Jewish person, even though my biggest supporter in my life to date is a Jewish person that I rocked with that never let me down. Ever
Who,
let me
Leor?
Leor Cohen, baby.
I knew you were gonna say that.
That's my
What?
guy. Yeah. I
I
love him to
interviewed him
death.
for about 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
What?
He's dope as fuck. You know, when people talk about him, I always defend him because they don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I know him for like over 30 years. And
Oh,
I know how he feels about us. And he's about making champions. He's about crowning kings. He's about putting wealth in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? Talk about culture vulture and all of that shit. I hate when even Damon Dash and I are friends. When him and them other cats say that, I'm like, yo, dog, listen, what I do know that when it comes to distribution, and if you own distribution, then you run the world. And what I do know is in entertainment, the Jewish community runs distribution. That's a fact. In the
Mm-hmm.
fashion community, they runs distribution. That's a fact. Okay, in real estate, they own most of it. That's a fact. You know, but when they're not trying to, I have never seen him suppress anybody. He give everybody a shot, and he open it where, look, there's so many multi millionaires that came out of the Def Jam camp. How many came out of the Bad Boy camp?
Mm.
None. None.
I don't know the
Because
answer.
why?
Is he related to Andy?
No. They just have the same Jewish name.
I just noticed that.
You know what I'm saying?
But Peter,
Uh,
why?
yeah, and why? I don't know.
I was gonna
Listen,
ask you about that. Why though?
listen. Def Jam. First of all, Puffy's an artist, right? Leo is a businessman.
Uh-huh.
All right. Puff biggest bag is through Ciroc. Okay. All right. He doesn't own the distribution of that. Okay. His ownership come from marketing and promotion, and it did extremely well for him. Damn near make him a billionaire. I think music made him probably 200 million. I think Ciroc made him probably 800 million. Do the math. All right. But when I was at Def Jam and I worked in that building for like 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
I saw with my own eyes how they take the likes of Jaru, the likes of DMX, or the likes of Method Man, and so many other artists, Warren G, so many other Montel Jordan, so many other artists, and how they, of course, it's business, and of course they want to win, but they can't win if the artist is whack. They can't win if they don't put money behind the artist. They can't win if they don't push it all the way. Now, they don't manage most of these artists. They were signed to their label. But I've seen so many multi-millionaires came out of Def Jam and that's still making money. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see it come out of and I'm not shitting on anybody because that's a subsidiary label, right? Okay. But Puff had a chance to do the same. You know what I'm saying, with all his artists.
Mm.
All of them are broke. You know what I'm saying? All right. Jimmy Iovine on the West Coast, Interscope, did the same thing with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and all those other artists that they made huge. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, and a multi millionaire and go on to do so many other great things. You know what I'm saying? That money could allow you to do. Okay, so when these guys, and Jimmy Iovine is Italian, Leo Cohen is Jewish. Okay, but they do the same thing. Clive Davis did the same thing, and Clive Davis is Jewish. Whitney Houston and so many artists that came out of there even gave Puffy his deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't see they calling them culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? They in it. The Jewish people been behind black music from the beginning, from Jackie Wilson, from Sam Cooke. You know what I'm saying? They made money off of us. Okay, a small little nation that got together. I always tell the story on Miami Beach, and I could tell the story extremely well. Okay, Miami Beach was incorporated in 1915. Until 1949, Jews wasn't allowed to live north of Fifth, so they kept them in a little pocket. And I've seen sign on Miami Beach on properties that read, "No Jews, no blacks, no dogs."
Mm.
Them people I seen sign when I first got the barcode space. That building McCormick's was like a Woolworths, and it was dormant for 30
Mm-hmm.
years. And when I went upstairs, okay, it was Jewish landlord, the same one who gave me several other opportunities on Miami Beach, and still involved in my life, giving me waterfront property when he could have gave it to white boys. He gave it to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because he love who I am, and I take care of his property, and I pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I've seen sign that says that shit. Jewish folks wasn't allowed to live on Star Island, Hibiscus Island, Palm Island. They wasn't allowed to live on none of the Venetia Causeway or Sunset Island because it was Jewish. Okay, black people wasn't allowed. Okay, to live nowhere over there either up until 1973. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So they were in the same shit. It's just that they got together in that little pocket, put all their money together, and bought Miami Beach. Muhammad Ali have a clip on it. I'm gonna post it. Okay, the Jews got together and bought Miami Beach. Gentiles, which is Protestant, pure white people, used to run all of that shit. They ran them out of there. You have to go all the way up to Boynton Beach right now to see a regular white person. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Okay, so saying that, I'm not gonna say that nobody's perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? Black and black crime today, black people kill more black people than any other race kill us in the world. Period. Okay. All right. We have to get better. We have to stop pointing the finger and get better. Black men, 18 to 55, is only 22 million of us in the United States of America. We are minority like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? There's 360 million people in America. Black men between 18 and 55 is only 22 million. Do the math. Okay, they're taking us out one by one by one. Okay, all right, that's some real shit that we have to deal with. Okay, are they a part of it? They march with Martin Luther King. Okay, because they could get by being something else if they change their last name. We can't get by that shit, so we're still fucked up. They get indoors that we could never get indoors. But at one time, that door was close to them also. Okay, they just work together better as a community than we do. That's all I could tell you.
And I think what happens too is a lot of people see the artist, and that's all they see. So if I went to Michelle with an idea and no money, and I say, Michelle, I want to get a blog going. I don't have a computer. I don't have the funds to get everything set up, to get my internet set up, to get the cameras and things of that nature. I'm coming with $0. And she has to invest up front in me $15,000. I'm already $15,000 in the deficit now because I came there with zero.
Exactly.
So people don't understand what goes into the makings of an artist. So when they hear people saying, oh, they're getting over on people, things of that nature, well, this person came to the table with nothing. So now when I start making my money back, I got to still pay Michelle back some of the money that she invested in me. And I think that's where people get things twisted. It's what you do with the opportunities that's been provided to you. Everybody has had opportunities provided to them, especially those in the entertainment world. What they've chosen to do with the money that they got, no matter how small they think it was, that's on them. And I think we can't continue to blame others because we lack accountability in our community. And especially when we see a lot of lack of accountability with our black men. Black men they lack a lot of accountability, which is why we can't get to that level that we're trying to get to.
Yeah, and then on some real shit, I'm gonna say yes, you're right, and there's so many other elements against us. You understand what I'm saying? We excel so much faster in so many areas, and they're afraid on some real shit. I believe that they definitely fear us.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what arena you put us in, we're going to excel.
Exactly.
Okay? All right. For instance,
as the underdogs.
Listen to this facts. If all black men, okay, they're all on the contract, by the way. They're what I'm about to talk about because these people are smart. But if all black men decide tomorrow that, I'm not going to dribble another basketball unless we have ownership, what the fuck are they going to do? That will shut the whole NBA down.
Exactly.
NBA will be shut down.
But they can't do that because they can't agree.
But everybody's out for self. Nobody's gonna
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's
That's
what
yeah.
they
what the
did. And
problem
that, you
is.
know what?
Nobody's
That's
gonna
what they
jeopardize
know
their
about us.
own money and
That's
their
what
own
they know
stability
about
to
us. We could control the NFL. We could control the NBA because if we decided not to play, what the fuck are you? There's no more TV money. There's no merchandising going on. There's nothing. Okay?
Exactly.
Nobody going to the arenas. There's nothing. What they gonna do? Go out and find some untalented white boys to play? Nobody want to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we have more power, but the fact is that we won't
use it.
stand with Kyrie. And I love Kyrie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We won't stand with him. And by the way, Kanye West is probably one of the most brilliant motherfucker I've ever met or seen. What he just did was amazing. He said some of the craziest shit to get dropped. Everybody dropping and everybody feeling sorry that, oh, you just lost $2 billion in deals. Yeah, but we're in an age now where you could go direct from factory to consumer. So he no longer need the distribution that they were giving him. You understand what I'm saying?
I
I'm gonna
feel
say
you.
mute on Kanye.
Okay. All right. So if he decide to go
I
out
agree with that.
and he and his people are loyal as fuck, his followers. If he decide to go to China, okay, and get his shoe make and do online distribution, who's gonna stop it? Ain't no Jewish person in the world could tell Chinese what to do. As a matter of fact, there's no race in the world that could tell the Chinese what to do. So who's gonna stop it?
He's stopping himself because he's not.
Well,
Yeah, I
I
don't
think he is. Watch. He keep on surprising the fuck out of us over and
Well,
over and
I wanna
over and
I
over
will
again.
be let's be surprised because
Let's
I don't
watch.
know.
Let's watch. I'm gonna tell you, I think he's brilliant. Don't sleep on
I
that
mean,
kid.
that's all we could do is
Yeah,
watch.
and he said what
He
he
just
feel. You know what I'm saying? He might be
been
wrong,
wa-
but he's still that's him feeling what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? I think he's amazing to watch, to be honest with you, all day long. Okay,
Yeah, he
I think we need someone that would speak on shit and don't give a fuck. Okay? Most people are afraid to say anything because they'll just come and shut us down.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? I
That's the
love watching
word.
them.
That's the word. And I think that 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 cowardice behavior
Mm-hmm.
is ingrained in the men in our community. And that's why we see no progress because we keep saying systemic, and to a certain point, things are systemic. But you have to understand that as a Black woman,
Mm-hmm.
not only do we face the racism, we also face genderism.
Come
We
on.
also face texturism.
Come
So
on.
we have a lot of hurdles that we face, but
Exactly.
somehow we are still able to overcome those while our men are still being stagnant. And it has to do with, I'm just going to say it, being cowardly. They are afraid to stand up. They're afraid to get uncomfortable. And Martin Luther King and
Some.
and Malcolm X and a lot of them have always said that in order for you to get change and progress, you have to get uncomfortable. Uncomfortable means I'm gonna go without. I may have to. We may all end up without jobs right now while we trying to fight this situation. We
Okay,
may.
so out of that 22 million that I was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how
Let me
many how many how many how many of them you think is brave to how many of them you think is living paycheck by paycheck?
Well, seeing as that Black men contribute to the majority of unemployment in this country, I'm gonna say they're living no check to no check. To be quite
Okay,
honest.
so to be honest, you're close.
Mhm.
I would tell you that almost 90% of them, of the 22 million, is living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, we have been suppressed for 400 years in such a major way where no banks giving us shit. Okay,
mm,
uh, If we do get a loan, it's going to be 3 times as much because they want us to default on it, that they could come and take all our shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Now, when you say us and our, okay, you are including the Black women in this whole thing because that experience happens to us too, right?
I understand that, but you guys are in the same boat because we're all Black, so we're all in the same boat. But um, from where I stand, from what I see on a daily basis, okay, in these restaurants that I'm involved in, okay, 7 out of every 10 people that walk through my door are Black women that support me. Okay, 70% of my clientele base that I make money with is Black women, not Black men. Okay, and 70% of them are holding down their household.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
from my point of view, Black women do way better than Black men in America. From my point of view.
That's right. And I would agree. But why do you think that is?
Because we have no
I
choice.
I
But
I, I no, I think
y'all left us.
I'm gonna be very careful how I answer that.
They
Okay.
ran off on the plug.
Yeah, they
No,
did.
well, it's not everybody that run off. So
Well, not everybody, but a lot of y'all.
I tell you something. Um, the suppression that we face every day is a little bit more grave than what you guys face. I'm gonna be honest with you. You get it because they don't like us.
I don't think you can say that having not walked in our heels.
I don't have to walk in your heels to know that. I see it every day. Okay, you Black men are the most threatening person to these people. Okay, not as threatening as a Black woman. Okay, they feel like they could control a Black woman. They feel like they cannot control a Black man. Period. Okay, so we get the shit end of the stick every day. Now, there's a lot of strong Black men that put all 10 toes in the dirt and just thug it out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them that if whatever child that they help bring to this world, they're gonna support them until the day they die. It's not all of us that run. I don't run from none of my responsibility. I wasn't raised that way. My mom and dad were together for 67 years before he died. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my example. Okay. So and I everything that I've done in my adult life is to empower and to serve my Black community. I haven't done anything from How Can I Be Down Music Conference to all my restaurants and bars that I've been involved with. All my employees are 98% Black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and nobody can question this shit. They be lying as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So everything that I do in every day I wake up in my life is to help another Black person get to the next level. Okay,
Right.
and I'm on the ground every day dealing with that. Okay, and most of my managers are women.
Mm-hmm.
They're not competing with me, and I find them to be more loyal. Well, when I hire a Black dude, you always think that we're on the same level. We're not. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they want to compete, and it's not even about competition. It's about coming together and making shit more powerful and bigger. You know what I'm saying? But Black women to me is so much smarter than Black men. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting it out there. You know, and I think the reason why when I sit down and I talk to a lot of these brothers is just that a lot of them raised in household where their father wasn't there.
Exactly.
And it's a continuation of the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I tell you something. I was in Atlanta airport 2 days ago, and I see a bunch of little Navy cats come walking through Terminal A. And I see around 5 dark-skinned brother in the Navy uniform. And I was at a bar, and they all come over to the bar, and they all was like 21, 22, 23. And I was so happy. And I put it on the post to see them. It's something that I've never done, but for some reason, I'm recognizing that, like, oh my God, these kids they're gonna. I said, how long you're serving for? One of them said 8 years, the other one said 5 years, and I'm looking at them and said, oh my God, if they actually live this thing out, they're gonna get to see 30. Now, if I seen those same 5 kids in the neighborhood, I wouldn't think they're gonna live to see 30.
That's so important.
Wow. Interesting.
Because they've been hunted. We're being hunted every day on some real shit.
But they're hunting us too, Peter. Like black women, like
I didn't say they weren't. I didn't say they
it's
weren't.
hard out here.
I am not. I'm not saying that. I think that you guys hold it together so in the most magnificent way. You guys hold it together for us. I promise you. I'm giving y'all props like no other. Of course they're coming for y'all too. Of course they don't like.
But we
y'all.
need the men to protect us. That's the problem.
That's the point.
And the men that I know, because I'm around like-minded people, all the men that I know, that's what they're about.
And it's interesting that you bring that up, because a lot of times that's the feedback that we get from the minority in the community. So we always hear, well, it's not me, and it's not me and my guys and the people that I hang around. Well, you guys are not showing up in a community in a way where it is impactful to the point where you are sending a clear message to the degenerates of the community who are destroying the community and killing women. Unaliving Black women at a rate of 4.5 hours every 4.5 hours due to domestic violence. That's our men that are doing that to us. You guys are not showing up in a way in the community to say, listen, all this nonsense has got to stop. You guys are not working. You know, you're hurting businesses of men like me who get out here, grind every day, who's building up. The excuse of the system has been holding us back for 400 years is no longer going to work when we have companies right now begging people to get out here and work, and Black men are the most unemployed. Nobody's turning them down, because you got companies right now that's not even drug testing people. They're not even running background checks.
But they don't want to work.
That's my point. We got to start holding these people, these degenerates in the community accountable, and it can't just be us women doing it. We got to have the men on our side. Most of the men like you, Peter, who get out here and work and grind and everything,
y'all don't have time to mentor the younger people coming up and teaching them a different way.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys are not saying we're not having this anymore. The last time Black men did anything was the Million Man March, and all y'all did was get up there and meet around so y'all can grill and kick it.
No,
it was nothing.
First of all, I'm not a griller.
It was nothing that came. My point is,
and when I was at the Million Man March, all I did was talk to all the man. I was in the most. I learned so much because I was in a section where all these Black women have lost Black boys. You know what I'm saying? And the grief and the pain. Oh my God, I was sick for at least months. Because I couldn't get these conversations out of my head. You know what I'm saying? These things that was happening from state to state to state, and how there was lynching our Black men, and how it was sick. I was so sick, I don't think I'll ever go back to one. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. It waked me up in a way that I can't even describe that shit. But I know what I do every day, because when stuff like that affect me, what I do every day, there's not one Black person that come across me that asks me for an opportunity. Black men, Black boy, Black woman, Black girl that come across me and ask me for an opportunity, and I don't take my time to stop and talk and teach and try to make them better. I do that every day of my life. Okay.
And that's all it takes. If each one teach one, we can
Hmm.
change a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so hard. It gets overwhelming, when
Hmm.
it's so much trauma and everything's going on.
But I tell you something, we're being hunted. Not just when I said we, I don't mean black men. I mean blacks. Period. I just tell you, it's only roughly 60 million of us in America, out of the 360 million people in America. And what's scary is that the Republicans now have control over the House. So all those laws they're gonna pass, the people that's gonna be effective the most by it is us.
Mm.
Okay, period. All right. And if you live in Georgia and you're listening to this, okay, I don't want to damn nobody, but
Michelle,
please, please, please do not vote for Herschel Walker. Okay? All right? Please, I beg you not to vote for him.
I
Okay?
don't know
Because
who
they're
voted for him in the first
using
place. I'm
him.
confused.
They are using him to control. They're trying to control the Senate. They're using him. He's not going to have a voice. They're going to tell him what to do. And we all could see how that shit is played out. You know what I'm saying? We all see it. Okay, he can't even do a real debate. He has nothing to bring to the table. Okay, all right. Please vote for somebody that's gonna. It's not set up. That those system is not set up in the Democrat or the Republic for us to win at all. You understand what I'm saying? But because so many people died just to get the opportunity to vote, try to use your common sense and roll with it.
I tell the people all the time.
Mhm.
Thank you for our educational hour,
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry that it turned out to be this way, and it's not
It
about.
sure did. I had some mess to talk about now. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I didn't
yeah. I
want to
know
talk
this.
about the
This
mess.
is
we
not what
still
your
gonna
fucking
get messy
platform
now,
is about.
Michelle. When we
You know what I'm
let
saying?
Peter go, we get messy.
Yeah, I can't talk about the mess with Peter on the line, but I got to talk about this mess now.
We
Okay,
got
all
to
right.
get
Yo, I
messy.
gotta go. That y'all could go back to y'all regular routine
No,
of the
no, no. It's
bullshit.
an important conversation. It's just that you can't be a part of it
No,
because we
I don't
about
want
to.
to be a part of that because I don't even know
Yeah,
the person that you guys are talking about. All
yeah.
right,
Hmm.
all right. So I'm gonna exit. Okay, have a great night, folks.
Good
Love
night,
y'all.
Look here, we
Peter.
thank you
Okay,
for joining us and always blessing us with your energy and your education. We appreciate you so very much.
thank you so much. Love y'all.
We'll have you back again next week.
Not next week, Michelle.
I didn't want to like kick him off another. I was trying to talk about what's her name, Shanquella Robinson.
Yes,
What? How you pronounce it, Shanquella?
Shanquella.
Shanquella.
Hmm.
I'm glad you're here, Jessica, because I'm sure that you can provide a lot of insight. Sister girl, thank you. If you want to stay, you can stay. That's great. Jazzville, I want you to call back. Anybody else can call in too. But I did want to touch on the unfortunate story about Shanquella Robinson. I don't know if y'all have heard about it. I'm sure y'all have. It's been going viral. It was a young black girl who really lost her life while on vacation in Cabo with what she assumed were her friends. A lot of videos have been circulating, and they say that she got in a fight with one of them. One of them leaked the tape. Her best friend, a guy was there, was telling her, to fight back and all of this, and it was just everything is just bizarre. The whole situation is just bizarre. Now that I gotten the basics out of the way, her friends was telling her mother that she, suffered from alcohol poisoning, and that an ambulance was there and everything, and then they ended up leaving the hotel, going to another hotel. The next day, flying back to weren't they from North Carolina, South
Uh
Carolina?
huh. To North
North
Carolina,
Carolina.
Charlotte.
Okay. Flying back home, leaving her body in Cabo, mind you. The best friend goes to the mother's house and tells the mother, she was unalive due to alcohol poisoning. Okay. The mother believed it because they brought her luggage back and everything, and had came to the house 4 or 5 days in a row, to mourn with the family. When the family finally got the autopsy report back, because they was trying to get the body back home and everything, they got the autopsy report back and saw that it wasn't alcohol that necessarily unalived her. It was a spinal injury that seemed like her neck was broken or something like that, and that you have to be in a violent altercation or accident in order for something like that to happen. Now, people on the internet have been speculating that they set her up. They all must have been jealous of her because she was a business owner. She had money, she had this, that, and the third. She had a lot of things that her friends didn't have. They get there, they jealous, they fight her, they kill her. I don't know, or unalive her. I don't know that it was planned. All I know is this young lady lost her life. Now, saying all of that, I'm not sitting here to go through the entire case. I'm really not. But I have just been really, really upset seeing a lot of the coverage of this. Now, earlier in the show, before Peter joined us, I went on a little rant about it. I talked about how T.S. Madison got involved and started saying things like, it wasn't one of us that killed her, unalived her. It was one of you. And so somebody had actually, let me go back. Somebody had created a picture of one of the people who was on vacation with her, and photoshopped it and made it look like a guy. They was trying to say that the person that actually fought her was a transgender person. Now here comes T.S. Manhands Madison putting his 2 cents in it, to be the spokesperson for all that is transgender, okay? And start saying, using words like us, them, it was one of your kind that did it. And at the beginning of this live stream, as I was telling you, it's like, can you imagine if I got on here and we were talking about the death of a trans person, as really, I'm not gonna call it an agenda, but remember they were counting at one point. It's 20 transgender women killed this year at the hands of black men. And they was trying to make it seem like, black women weren't sensitive enough to their plight. Can you imagine if we got online and said that transgender woman wasn't killed by one of us? A black woman didn't kill a transgender woman. That
It
was
was
one of
your
y'all.
kind.
That was your kind. A man killed another man. So can you, like, just the fact that T.S. Manhands Madison did that? It's like the patriarchy, the misogynistic, the everything that I've been saying about him. It's like now y'all see what I'm talking about. He's gone online. Look, let me put some visuals to this now, since y'all here. And shout out to Techie Z for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Techie Z. I actually have. Hold
Disclaimer,
on.
disclaimer.
What's the disclaimer, Chad?
Aren't you supposed to show us something?
I'ma show it.
Oh, you got to
Okay.
do
Oh
your
yeah,
copyright disclaimer. He
I'ma
Your
said.
show that
copyright
too. But I'm
thing.
gonna show the text first.
Okay.
Okay, this is from the neighborhood talk. Okay, this is how the conversation actually started. T.S. Madison disputes claims that Shanquella Robinson was beaten by a transgender woman. It was one of her own. You people immediately ran with that. And here is the actual tweet. It said, now, why would someone even start that kind of lie on a trans person? And you people immediately believe that bogus SHIT. That was not true. No transgender woman beat Shanquella Robinson to death. It was one of, and in big capital letters, her own. You people immediately ran with that. Now, this tweet was posted on the day Shanquella was laid to rest, and people were not happy about it. It's like, why are you turning this into a conversation about you? Why are you making this about trans when we all know a lot of black men in general like to masculinize black women, right? So the woman that actually fought with Shanquella, it was actually allegedly, from what I've been told on the internet, a black gay man that actually made her look like a man and put this image out. But no one's trying to drag that man. Everybody's dragging the women for actually running with this and saying, "Oh, this man shouldn't have been beating up this woman, or transgender or whatever." So here are some other things. Everybody, hold on. And here is T.S. Madison again. I'm glad you said her own. So, somebody said this is T.S. Madison. I'm glad you said her own. So admitting we aren't the same. So stop this BS. We all the same woman, SHIT, because you said her own did that. Yet we supposed to be in outrage when you get hurt. So this somebody saying to T.S. Madison, now you saying your own, now you admitted you're not a woman. So T.S. Madison said, I am T.S. Madison. Get over it, T.S. I've always stood on me being trans. So what you're saying. So I listen, from my personal perspective, it's very interesting when I call Mr. Manhands he or any of that, and I have noted that he is not a woman. He drags me and tries to call me all kind of names, monkeys, gorillas. But as soon as it gets to something like this, and people are calling him out, all of a sudden, I've always said I'm trans. I've always said that. I've always said that I am a transsexual. Okay, I am a transvestite. I'm not, like I call him a drag queen, but let me keep going, child. Here's some other text. It says, so y'all are so funny. So now all of a sudden today you started accepting trans women as women. It's the pick and choose what I say that offends you for me. So T.S. Madison is gaslighting people,
Yeah,
trying to
because
Yeah.
not to cut you off, Michelle, because yeah,
uh-huh.
I'm getting a little aggravated with it too. No, it's not the fact that you said her own. You couldn't even dignify that to say it was another woman.
Exactly.
You didn't use the word woman.
Exactly.
You said her own as if it's some
Exactly.
other type of unknown species out
Yeah,
here
another
that did this.
species or something. Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly. It's how
And this is what Peter was talking about. We need to start treating each other better as a black community first and foremost.
Exactly.
And
We
at
are
the end of
all
the day,
black.
we need to find justice for her,
and
Yes.
that
regardless.
was the first
And
thing
no, and another
that
thing
you
that
said
people
about it though. That's how you came out about it, talking about I was gonna come out and say something about it, but then I got the DMs that, and then that's how you
right,
address.
this has been going on a week. This has
Yeah,
been going
that's
on a
and
week.
you finally
And
decided to
not one
address it.
time have we seen T.S. Madison say justice for Shanquella, R.I.P. Shanquella, or anything. But the first time you even speak about this situation is dragging us versus
Exactly.
them, one of your own situation is really giving me woman bashing for me.
Before I even
Um
had the opportunity.
and here, let me go and put my thing
And
up because the anger is gonna just jump out the screen, chat. It's just interesting how I don't know, it feels like jealousy that this woman, this biological woman is getting you know,
More
acknowledgement about her death as as far as, in what am I trying to say, Lord? I'm so all over the place because I'm about to get mad. But it's giving me jealousy
Mm.
because T.S. Madison goes on and on and on and then starts doing videos. This first video, I guess he's trying to explain why he said one of their own, and we'll listen to that. And then there are other videos where he kind of brings me up and says that I attacked him by doing 9 videos. But that's a whole
of
nother
the
What?
story.
challenge.
and then the thing is though, right now we're trying to keep momentum going to bring awareness and attention to this thing because we know how it dies down. And he
Right.
Mhm.
took this opportunity.
To make
Everybody
it
knew,
into a negative
everybody
situation
knew,
of trans versus
right?
biological women.
Because everybody knew that picture was photoshopped. Whoever photoshopped it didn't even change the background or the shirt
Or
of
the
the person.
shirt or
So
anything. Right.
everybody knew. So really, it was more like a joke or something funny. Is how I looked at it. As
That
somebody
is
was
Mhm.
not
trying to,
funny at
well,
all.
not
Well, it
funny, but
wasn't funny. I think
some.
somebody was doing it because the person they were assuming that the person allegedly was the one who unalived Shanquella, and so I guess they were doing it to make a mockery of the person more so than to
Than
make a
anything.
joke or
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that's the way I took it, but I wouldn't have taken it seriously and went to my huge platform to try to
Right.
further
It
it.
was nothing for him to even say. He didn't even have to speak on that. Is my
Right.
point.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
here's a little clip. Let's see what this Negro talking about.
Opportunity to start talking about the subject. I was woke up with that when I checked my messages and stuff this morning. That's why I made the post. That's why it was not about me deflecting or taking away or making this about trans people and this and the other. It was before I
We didn't have time to put on no makeup either, honey. Hold on.
even had the opportunity to, I'm going to explain to her own. Her own means her own. God damn it. First thing that I motherfucking saw in reference to what was going on was this.
So there's a picture. That was actually a picture of one of the ladies that went to Cabo with Shanquella, and the girl, you could see even around the head that it was like blurred out or
Yeah.
whatever. The
Mhm.
girl had on like a long wig. They just blurred it out and made it look like she got a short haircut. Now all of a sudden, she a boy.
This is what I saw. Some black man had took the wig off of the girl and made the girl look like this. Doing this was a dude she was fighting. Somebody said, so that's not real. Right. Okay.
And if it's not real, why would you go to your platform to talk about it? Okay.
Exactly.
So this is what I was saying in my context of talking about the situation before I even had the opportunity to start talking about this.
Okay, well, there's that. He also decides to go on this rampage. I haven't even seen the child. Somebody sent me a little clip of it. I don't even want feel like looking for it because I'm all discombobulated and I'm gonna get mad. Talking about at the end of the day, it's always black women attacking trans women. And he made a point of bringing up me and Lovely T. Because if you recall, I dragged him when I was talking about the Maxi Pad situation. Lovely T dragged him about something else about using the term fish. And he went on his platform and then alluded to both of us being men and, big backs and gorillas and, just all kind of derogatory things. But my history started with T.S. Madison when I was reporting on the breakup of the Queen's Court. I did do a lot of videos about it, but at the time, if you go back, everybody was doing a lot of videos about it. It wasn't like I was doing videos back to back to back to back to back. The same way I do about candy. Y'all say I talk about candy a lot, whatever the case may be. I talk about what I want to talk about on my platform.
It's your
Um, but he seemed to feel like because I was saying things that weren't favorable to him in the situation that he should dox me. He put my phone number on the internet. He put my address on the internet. He had people calling my phone, threatening me. He was threatening me online. I was at the point where I went and got a restraining order against him because it was really crazy. And at the time, Kaya, he was following her around, putting stuff on her car. He sent one of his trans friends to put a bag of uh, 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 feminine hygiene products on Kaya's car, talk about her pussy stank and all this crazy stuff. It was just bizarre. So anyway, that's when me and Kaya began talking, and she decided she'd go with me to get the restraining order, and we both got one. And
And
so,
Shakana
anyway.
showed up where y'all was doing a live at.
Yes, he sent Shakana, and me and Shakana cool. So when Shakana got there, I'm like, girl, what is you doing? Like, why are you here?
What's happening?
But at that time, like if you look online, there was like they were tweeting each other saying, Kaya live right now at the Ivory. And then, sent Shakana up there because Kaya was saying, joking about Shakana being special or whatever. And I guess Shakana was gonna come up there and do what? I don't know. But he didn't come up there. He sent Shakana up there. So it was just a big mess. And this has been going on for a long time. He is
Long time.
Since
really, really, really
2017.
touched. And I did a video just a couple of weeks ago when I was like, I was offended that Beyonce put him on her CD, like even just the voice part of it, because he is not female empowerment by any stretch of the imagination. He is always dragging women. He's always finding a way to drag black women. He's always finding a way to fight with women. And it's like, why do y'all support these people? So I'm really kind of upset that you support people that don't support you. I don't know. I'm mad. Anyway, what y'all
Well,
got to say?
I don't support at all because at the end of the day, like I said before, we all need to treat each other in the black community better,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what background you are, regardless of who you want to be. At the end of the day, we all have no room to judge anybody else, period. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's my take on the whole situation at hand. And I told my good best friend that's a black woman, I told her we are the most hated race on the planet. Wherever you go, we're the most hated race. Even in the Ukraine, they wouldn't let black people go and evacuate. They let a few people go before them.
They
So
did.
we the most hated race. But at the end of the day, we all have to know, yeah, we the hated race, but we got to take pride in who we are.
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that every single time something happens when it has to do with women, this particular person like focuses on body parts. You know how he does that to me all the time, talking about my vagina this, my vagina that. And it's like if the tables were turned, we couldn't say the same thing without being canceled. And so this whole situation of one of your own is just horrible. And I don't see no coming back from it. I haven't seen no apologies. I haven't seen nothing. And I feel like, people should talk about it and should, hold people accountable for
I say
saying
what
things
you
like this,
give is
especially
what you
during this
give is
time
what you
period.
give.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, at the end of the day, what you give is what you get. So
Yeah.
regardless, especially, I'm gonna let you know this: when I'm in the store and I see black women in the store, I always speak, I always acknowledge, because I know that it's only a rare breed of us. Well, I think we make up 14% of United States or something like that. That's
Mhm.
not a lot.
Mm-mm.
That's not. So at the end of the day, we need to look out for each other. Period.
Yeah. And I agree that respect is mutual. Like,
Yeah.
eh, listen, y'all know I love throwing fun shade, and I have thrown fun shade a lot. Okay. And when
Yeah,
I
that's
was
it.
doing
I don't take we all don't take that serious because we know
That's
where
my
it's coming
point.
from.
I've never gotten as low in the gutter and as
No,
dirty as they have gotten. Like the whole phone number thing, the pulling up on people thing, it's just a
And
lot.
people that's
And
never met you physically, never been in your company, calling you names and disrespecting you.
Mhm.
And I feel like women doing it, men doing it, trans people doing it,
oh
it
my
doesn't
god.
matter. It's wrong. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You can do that without being disrespectful. Like, I don't like that. That's rude. And so,
I agree.
and
And
he
so
made
now he
all that about him and what he was feeling. And yeah, it was a deflection because you talking about I was going to get up and say something about her, but you didn't. You got up and that's what you decided to talk about.
mm. What you think, Jessica? You sit up there real quiet.
I feel like he, like I said, he was supposed to it wasn't even anything for him to address. I felt like what I feel like a lot of people try to do is when something is trending, they, no matter what it is, no matter how tragic it is, or
Clout,
no matter how good it is, they try to find a way to insert themselves to
clout.
gain their attention, to ride
Yep,
that wave. And
clout.
I
Yeah.
felt like that's what he was doing, because anybody that's seen that, especially him, he should have looked at it and said, "Child, please, that ain't even nothing to sit up and go on and on and on about,"
Exactly.
because no whole bunch of people was even believing that.
Right.
It wasn't like an
Mhm.
overwhelming amount of people that was even sitting around really believing that Photoshop picture for him to even make a comment on.
The approach should have been, listen, we all need to get along. This is not nice. Whatever, this is not the time or the place to be doing anything like this. We all need to go out and make sure we get justice for this young lady, period. Not
Mhm.
that,
I agree.
oh, it's y'all, the blame game. We don't have no time for that. We don't. We all need to grow up from that and start being adults and respecting each other, period.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
surprised that he even went there. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. Like now you want to be in the spotlight. You want to be like this celebrityism kind of thing, mainstream. Like this us versus them. Nobody with any sense would say those words about any community. It doesn't matter who it is. I mean, imagine if a white person said that about a black person who got killed. It wasn't one of ours who did it. It was one of y'all's.
Boy,
Exactly. Exactly.
now boy, you
It's
woo.
the wording, it's what you said, and so you're saying you're not identifying with a woman.
Mhm.
So I'm confused. I'm
Every
confused.
everybody, even in death, it seems like people want to still kind of trample over and disregard a black woman for their
Mhm.
own selfish little
Mhm.
ways, because
I am not a woman.
Mhm.
for the same um
Like
the
I see the disrespect on both ends. The disrespect of making the woman that they felt, was fighting Shanquella look like a man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That was disrespectful, even though, you might be mad at her or whatever, but it's still disrespectful because the thing is we got this whole situation of the masculinization of black women. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you got the whole situation with Shanquella, and it's like almost like, it's femicide, and you had, men there too, women there, women that we don't know were women, and who was fighting who. And some people were like, well, what difference would it make if it was a transgender, blah, blah, blah. It would make a difference because that's a born male. You know what I mean? So that was a whole nother conversation. It's just bad. I'm just like, why even bring it up? And then look, on another note, we gonna leave T.S. Madison for a hot second. I didn't like the situation with Claudia Jordan
You know, I
on
saw
Flop
that.
Soul. Shout out to LA Tina. LA Tina hit me up on Patreon and was like, "You need to drag colorist Claudia because she is spreading false narratives about Shanquella." And I guess
Exactly.
I sent you a
um
DM.
you did. What did you say, Jessica?
I said, I know I was just giving you the gist of it. I said a YouTuber was very upset with Claudia not doing her investigation because it always goes back to what I said before. Everybody want to be a blogger,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody wants to put in the work that actual real bloggers put in.
And
Michelle's
vet
gonna
the
take the
source. Yeah.
time to verify something before she sits up and puts it out to the masses. Claudia's so quick to try to again capitalize off of this viral moment to report something that wasn't even true.
I know I
Yeah,
haven't seen it
apparently she
yet.
went on to Flop Soul, talked about the case, and then she said she was up under the comment section and she found a comment of someone saying that Shanquella, whatever she
Mute
said,
your
I'm not,
mic,
I don't even want to
please.
repeat it, but was involved in some situation, which was why the girls jumped her and killed her. And it was like you didn't even vet the situation. Now you putting dirt on the girl name, and she wasn't even in the ground yet. So
Right.
I didn't like that. And again, nobody who has ever seen Claudia stand up for black women, dark
I was
skinned
about
black
to
women,
say that she
ever.
always want to say I'm a black woman, but she always shaming black women. Period.
She's
Period.
a black woman when it suits her.
She called
Exactly.
you all kind of names. So how you gonna
Mhm.
empower black women when you're not even being a good example in the black community as being like we need to respect black women. Period.
Hold
It
on, let me
just
see if I.
it just had a lot of people showing their true colors. It's
Mhm.
a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
Hold on, and also here's that clip of Mr. Manhands being mad. Shout out to Brian. He used to be over here all the time. Hold on, is this it? Let me see if this is a timestamp.
Fire. And so she
Wait a
T.S.
minute.
Madison. They were saying she was doing some dragging now. Listen, this is hold on, I'm about to play the clip and I'll be right back.
And I also need to, and I'm going after this. I'd like to start back by saying, when have I ever started with a woman? When? It took 9 videos before I even responded to Doodoo Brown. 9. Miss Thing jumped out of her van and jumped out of the window on me. I didn't respond for 2 weeks. This woman drugged my mother. This woman said that I'm a pedophile. She said that I had a when did I ever stick my hand out and attack a woman first for this narrative to even be spent about me? When?
When?
Majority of you found me by eating, driving in my car, eating food, talking, laughing, joke. That's why I'm so fucking fat now. Me driving around, eating, laughing, having a good time. So please tell me
You
at
don't do
what
no
point,
wrong.
at when did I start hating and attacking women? Like, because that's the narrative that Lovely T tried to spin, that all I do is sit on, and that's why I wore her motherfucking dinosaur arm having, and I'm going to read her every time that I get because I don't like her. I don't like you after you've hit me and played victim. So I'd like to know, when did I begin to start attacking women? Or was it
Y'all
That
ain't
is
never seen
exhausting.
T.S. Madison attack a woman, have you?
He went on Lil Boozy's show on the attack.
She attacked. He attacked. Well, who? K
Is it
Michelle.
Kaya a woman too?
K Michelle. Candy.
Kaya.
Talking about Candy, and he put a flashlight thing on a muffler to make it seem like that shaped like a vagina of pressing the gas and was shaking all over the place. He did that. Yeah. Or showed a video like that. I don't know. I can't remember, but he talked about Candy so bad.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the Shanquella. The y'all want me to find the
For the flop
Claudia Jordan?
soul.
Yeah. Hold
And
on,
then
I
he
gotta
said
scroll.
that Kaya live in a chicken shack.
Hold on. Was it at the beginning or the end, y'all? Hold on. I'm scrolling. Oh, there it is. Hold on. I'm gonna have to make this little, y'all. Y'all know how it goes.
It's a video of the alleged attack against Robinson on social media, but we're not gonna, show it because it is disturbing. Now, Robinson's death sparked conversations on social media how everyone is not your friend and the importance of keeping your friend circle tight. Now, one of Robinson's friends called her mother and claimed that she died of alcohol poisoning. But an autopsy report obtained by her parents indicates her neck was broken and she had a severe spinal cord injury. No arrests have been made, but her death is being a little something extra to the story. This is what this person alleges. When the truth comes out, you're all going to look stupid. Shanquella got effed up because she was trying to set this boy up back home and he got killed. The girl who beat her up was cousins with the boy and found out about the setup on the trip. That's why Shanquella wasn't fighting, because she felt guilty. And the girl who beat her up had good intentions. Things just went left. I don't know if that's true, but I wonder if that makes sense as to why they were being shady to her. But still.
Girl, bye.
What the hell is her problem?
And literally nobody has ever reported or even said that. That is not even one of the theories that have really been floating around.
Ever.
Where
And
did she even get that
she just picked something out of a comment section. I don't know if that's true, but if you don't know if it's true, why would you take it to
But
Flop Soul?
why would you report something so negative and so disrespectful to her family after you've been so pro Shanquella Robinson and all that? Why would you even say something like that?
That really makes me sad. No, seriously, that really makes me sad because you dealing
Because
with a
it's like
black
you have
woman.
no accountability for this black woman who lost her
Right.
life.
It really makes me sad. Literally, it does. I'm not even over exaggerating. It makes me sad. It really does. I can't. It's exhausting.
She read a comment that was attempting to justify
for this woman losing her life.
Why anybody would jump on somebody in that manner. Like, come on now. Come on now.
Keep it cute. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How you doing?
Good. How are y'all? I just want to send condolences out to Shanquella's family and anyone who's lost anybody in such a tragic manner, especially parents. This is just terrible. And I'm glad to hear, this is my first time on your channel, and it's just refreshing to hear a content creator that's actually mindful at what part of the story they're putting out and what rumors, because like I don't think people realize it. Like defense attorneys, they look for like tea and gossip that's going out to like defend their clients, and I've seen a lot of guilty people walk
right
over tea and gossip being like flung around in the social media atmosphere, and they say, well, if they was lying about my client being transgender, what else are they lying about? Like, so like, especially people like Claudia and stuff like that, like big news sources, Like, why are you just flinging around stories that's not vetted? I don't understand that. This girl wasn't even in the ground yet. And how
Not
disrespectful
like
to her
any of their stories
family.
are vetted, so we can't be surprised. But I mean, you would think that she would at least have the morality is the word I'm looking for, I guess. Like her moral compass would have stopped her from uttering the story if she knew it wasn't true. She said, I
Where
don't know
was
if this is true or
Junkie?
not, but this is why she may have gotten beaten up. That don't even make no sense.
It doesn't.
Where
I
was
just
Junkie and Al? They didn't know how to intervene on that.
They was right there. Hold on. They was look. They was right there. Hold on.
Alleged, not making excuse for this woman. They still, regardless of this backstory, they still need to all be put in prison.
Right. Well, we also know that the
Regardless of the backstory, she acted like the backstory is true.
And that's something that a defense attorney would jump on too. They all need to be put on prisons. No, justice needs to be served, and Shaquilla's spirit needs to be at rest. Point blank, period. Because even if, like, because 8 people apparently were on this trip. So what about the people that were at the beach? They could have been lied to too when they got back and was told, "Oh no, Shaquilla just had too much to eat and she slipped in the pool." What the fuck do they know? Do they need to be put in prison too? No,
Right.
just because my kid, he's 16. He could be in the wrong place and wrong time, and I wouldn't want him held accountable for something he didn't do.
Right.
No, the ones that beat her ass and videotaped it, they need to be held accountable and put in jail.
And
Justice needs to be
videotape it. That
served.
is so disrespectful. And videotape it.
Absolutely.
Oh my
And
God.
see, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to talk about it. Cause like even like with the takeoff situation and this situation, it's just like so many moving parts that even coming on to speak on it, like giving your opinion on who may have done it, who may have done it, it just kind of skews everybody. I don't even want to be a part of that. Of y'all thinking this person did it, this person did it, and it comes out that that person didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like RIP to her, and condolences to her family and everything. And I'm glad that the story did get out there. I'm glad that the FBI has taken a hold of it and is investigating to see like exactly what happened. But I just don't like when the story changes every day. You know what I'm saying? This person did it. No, this person did it. No, this person was there. It's just I don't know. It just messes up everything, especially on YouTube when the wrong story stays put. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
like some
nobody goes back
Salem.
and edits the wrong
It's like some
story.
Salem witch hunt. Like everyone is gassing up the pitchforks and they
Yeah,
ready to just hang, like kill everybody. No, that's not. I don't believe in that either. Because I have a teenager and I have an 8-year-old, and like I have a huge family. And there's been times where I was in the wrong place and wrong time, and I could have been in jail. My cousins could have been in jail too. Like no, that bitch that beat her up need to be in jail. The so-called friends that recorded it and anybody that was in between that, they need to be held accountable for the wrong they did.
you're
Exactly.
right. You're
I
right.
feel like they all need to be held accountable for
You're right.
for it all because it's just senseless. And even if um, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. It should have never got that bad. Nobody broke it up. No, you never see nobody breaking up the fight. You never see. No, no.
Yeah. Well, keep
Well,
it cute.
that
Where
was
you
it.
calling from? Thank you for calling for the first time.
Thank you for having me. I know I'm a little heated. I'm sorry. I'm just passionate. I
That's
just
okay.
don't
We
like all
all
the
mad. That's
gas.
why I didn't want to like deep dive into it. But I did want to, share my thoughts on a lot of the stuff that's been going on, and just let y'all, I want y'all to keep y'all eyes open and call out these people who doing this foul crap. Like it's just wrong for like the T.S. Madison crap is wrong, the Claudia crap is wrong, and I just
Mhm.
don't.
I just don't want them to ruin this case. And I just want to just reiterate that before I go. Like, be mindful of what these gossip and tea that you jump on because it could really ruin the case. And her
Right.
family could not get justice behind it. So thank you for
Exactly.
having me up.
Thank you
Everybody
so much.
trying to run around and be the first to. You heard it here first. I said it
Yeah.
first. I reported first instead of being thorough and
Right.
getting the right information out.
Hmm.
Right. Hey, Pied Piper.
Oh,
Hello.
hey, Michelle.
How are you? Yes. Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Say what a
Yeah.
name,
What's up?
Pied
What's
Piper,
been on your
right?
mind? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. On I was on here on your chat. I was watching earlier when Peter was on.
Uh-huh.
How's everybody doing, by the way? I'm sorry.
We good.
Good.
We good. We good. Oh,
Doing awesome.
you still
I'm
in the
sorry.
still rewound.
I'm sorry.
You went backwards. You haven't caught up yet.
Oh no. I just saying I had joined earlier and came back. Uh,
Mhm.
Now I see your subject. You said something about T.S. Madison. In your the title of uh your live, you said she disrespect
Oh,
women. Hello.
Yes, he disrespects women routinely. Yes. Hmm.
Okay, I thought you were talking about it's because a lot of people are discussing, well, some content creators were discussing about T.S. Madison and talking about Shanquella Robinson case, and
We did.
uh, is that what you were talking about disrespecting women? Or I mean, I know,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Well, I was talking about that, and I was talking about my personal experience with him. So yes.
Okay, now I'll just address, if I may, the
Mhm.
Shanquella Robinson situation.
Okay.
I watched T.S. Madison show the other day,
Uh-huh.
and what T.S. Madison was saying, that people spread a false narrative that uh, Shanquella's
oh
attacker was a
my.
trans woman, the woman that was supposed to be her attacker in the video.
Mhm.
People spread I would say a
Well,
unsubstantiated.
it was a man. It was a man who turned that woman's picture into a male picture and put it out there and said that the woman was trans. So our my assessment is, why didn't T.S. Madison drag the male who actually put the picture out there, as opposed to dragging women for saying that it may have been a trans person who fought this woman? Why is he
Well,
always fighting
well,
women?
well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that was her angle. I don't know if, I mean, it may or may not been. It seemed like she was more attacking women, but I mean, I think that
Well, he
the whole
was.
thing, the whole thing is, it was it kind of spread trans hate, if you will, because a lot of people were focusing on the fact that, say, for instance, if it was a trans person, what different? I mean, it makes a difference because they should be prosecuted anyway if it wasn't self-defense or anything like that. At least from the small snippet of the video that most people seen, like she was just
But if
drunk and
it
not
was a
fighting back.
trans person, that would have been a born male fighting a biological female, so I would
Okay,
say it would make a difference. The same
okay,
way it makes a difference with trans in sports. Like when trans, run track against women, or trans swim against women, I don't think it's a fair fight.
okay, but nobody had smoke for the. I mean, was it her so-called best friend gay, a gay male?
Did we see him fighting her
No, no. I
on
mean,
the
but I mean, there were apparently some gay men in that room or in that circle.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
T.S. Madison said she was fought by her own kind. So that is, should we say that T.S. Madison's kind didn't intervene? The gay men that was there didn't intervene? Like, I'm confused
Well,
by.
my thing is, everybody had. I mean, and the person is not trans though. I mean, whether whoever photoshopped the picture, but everybody. I kind of agree with Madison on that. Everybody had smoke. No,
Uh,
no, 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 no. Hear me out. Hear me out, please.
I know who you are.
Everybody had. Okay, hear me out. All right. Everybody had smoke for trans, and there was an imaginary trans person that didn't exist. I agree with Madison on that. Everybody was focusing on it was a trans person, and there was a false story out
Who is
there. It was
everybody?
another black.
Who is
I don't know
everybody,
what
and who is
Van is
T.S.
talking
Madison
about
to get
again.
up and
Well, hold on.
say whether this person is trans or not? T.S. Madison don't know what that person got between their legs. T.S. Madison
Okay,
don't even
Exactly.
well,
know the person.
okay, hold on. Well, we don't know then, right? We don't know whether it was.
Right, we don't know, so why would we listen to
Why get up
T.S.
there
Madison one way or the
and
other?
she said when it was very disrespectful. T.S. Madison was very disrespectful to women, and as a black woman, I was offended by what she said, and it wasn't about that. Whether the person was trans, whatever, the person was identifying as a woman, and that was fighting another woman. So, and
Overall, he trolling the wrong page. He need to hang up. Bye.
No. We're not gonna do that tonight. Okay.
No, you trolling the
We're not
wrong
gonna do that.
page.
We're not gonna do that.
Well, we doing
Okay.
it today.
No. Michelle, this is your show. Could I please have a moment?
The people want to know hi.
Thank you.
Hello.
Wait, what happened?
I wanted to talk to Van.
Oh, I'm sure he'll call back if he wants to. I'm just
No.
over. I'm just over the arguing and the back and forth and the this and the that. And he did have a V. There he is, right there. Honey, go ahead.
The devil was.
Ask
Hey,
Van a
Van.
question.
Okay, I got cut off. Did I get hung up on, or was
Why
it
did
a
you
technical?
change your name, Van?
What do you mean?
A troll.
Why did you change your name?
Well, I'm not a troll. People throw that word around. Look,
I know,
we're
but
not
you
gonna do.
instead of but we knew who you were from calling in on
Okay,
other
well,
shows as Van, and you got a V on your thing, and now you change your name to Pied Piper. So it's like it feels
okay,
like
well,
you're kind of trollish.
trolling. I mean, anybody can change their name in the back studio. So what? Trolling means
Okay,
that
well, it
you're
seems like
calling
you're
in.
trying to be someone else. That's all I'm saying. Like, why
Thank
didn't you
you
just
Okay,
very
well, I
much.
mean, who gives their government name on the internet anyway? I
well,
mean,
What?
your name was Van at first. You have a V in your avatar. Okay,
oh,
Isn't
maybe
the
okay.
you forgot to change your avatar.
isn't Pied Piper a little R. Kelly-ish? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he
Wait.
called
What
himself.
question do you have for Van?
Okay. Well, let's getting back on the subject. Like I said, I don't know if I was cut off or hung up on. Who knows? Uh,
Now,
like I was. Okay, if we could not talk over each other too, please. Uh, if like I said, I know your issues with Madison, and I'm not on one side or the other with that. We're talking about the subject at hand. We're talking about my aspect of what on your title in your live is that she disrespected. I don't know about that's between her and whoever. I have nothing to do. My thing is about the thing with Robinson. Shanquella Robinson. I agree with Maddie that
You
people.
wait before you but wait,
Oh
Van.
shit.
When T.S. Madison said one of your own killed or unalived her, one of your own. Can you imagine us saying that if it was two trans people or a trans person being something by a man or hurt by a man, if we say one of your own did that to you, like how
that would be
insensitive
okay.
is that? How separatism? That's that like I'm just
Well, that's
trying to
just like
figure out
saying.
how you would agree with that.
Well, that's just
Anybody
like
saying
saying
one
black
of
on
your
black
own.
crime. That's no different than saying black on black crime. Or
So why
or
couldn't he say it was another woman that it was an actual woman
no.
that did that versus saying one of your own?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Okay, one
how
of
a
your
white
own.
person say "you people" like that. That's
Okay,
Right.
what.
no.
Well,
One
he
of your
did say
own.
you
Okay,
people.
listen. One of your own. She was probably saying that, as far as a cisgender woman, not a. It
I don't
was
know what that is. That's not what.
cisgender mean biological woman, a
No, it
Why
born
not
doesn't.
woman.
just say a
No, it
biological
doesn't.
woman?
Yes, it does. Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
Look. If you remember
Why not
your
just say a real woman? Why not just say
if
a real woman?
it's a scientific term. It's in
It doesn't
chemistry,
mean that
biology, and
to us,
everything.
though.
We're not in science class right now. We're not
Okay.
there.
Okay. All right. We'll agree to disagree on that then. Okay. Let's
Okay.
move forward.
Okay, Van.
uh, my thing is this. I agree with Maddie that
Oh
when she
God.
say you're one of your own, she's saying it wasn't a trans woman, it was a biological one. But we don't know that for sure. What that person was, I guess.
Van,
So
can I
why
ask you
you
a
listening
question?
to it? How you agree with somebody you don't even know what they saying is true?
Well,
Michelle,
we don't know. Well,
He
we don't know.
illiterate.
I
What
agree
makes
with
you agree
her.
with someone
No,
when
no,
you
no.
don't
Listen,
even
I agree.
know that
No,
that's
no.
a factual
I agree with her that it's
statement?
spreading trans hate by saying it was a
No,
trans
how?
it is
woman when
not
that's not known.
There
trans
was
hate. A
nobody
man
spread
hitting on a
that.
woman is still a man hitting on a woman, whether the man has on a wig or not.
Exactly.
Well, no. Trans people are more than men with wigs. Trans women.
So, what are black
Okay.
women? What are Van? Do you care that the young lady's life was
Of
taken?
course I do.
Okay, so why do
Then
you
why
keep
you not
trying to
talking about that
excuse?
then?
Why do
Why
Okay.
you
Well,
talking about?
I'm all ears. What do you want to ask me
why do
about
you keep
Shanquella Robinson?
why do you keep making excuses for what T.S. Madison said?
Every time he bring his ass over here, every single time he bring his
No,
ass
no, no,
over
no, no, no,
here.
no. Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah, yeah,
listen.
yeah, 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 yeah.
First of
Are
all,
you in T.S. Madison's dungeon right now?
Are we what?
In the basement, tied
No, no,
up,
no. I don't. I mean, I've never met T.S. Madison. All I do is see her on the internet like everybody else. So,
tied
uh,
up.
Oh, what do you
my
think
thing
happened?
is this: I do agree with. We need to chill with the trans hate, spreading the trans hate narrative,
We
and
need
I
to
see a
chill with
lot
What
of
the
is
that
woman
from,
trans
bashing.
hate?
I feel
What
like
and
we
I
is
need
see
it?
a
to
lot
chill
of
with
that,
the woman
especially
bashing.
from, especially from
Van,
gay
do
guys.
you
It's
go
like,
over?
it's like,
Wait. Do you
it's
wait?
like gay
Wait,
guys got
wait.
so
This is
much
my show,
vitriol for
man.
trans.
Man,
Remember, this
shut
is
the
my
hell
show.
up.
Remember, you told everybody this is my show, so respect my show. Why are you talking over me, the host?
Because okay, go ahead.
Okay. I don't forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, well, I mean, do you go over there and chastise T.S. Madison for woman bashing when he does
Hell
that? When
no.
he sits over there
I
talking
mean,
about people's vaginas, call black women gorillas, do you go over there and chastise T.S. Madison?
Exactly.
So I'm confused as to
well,
why
I'm
you're
not.
here.
Well, I'm not chest. I
Well,
was
it
here
feels
because
like
I thought we
you're
wanted
chastising.
dialogue. I mean, every time I come on here, it's like
You
people
want
get
You
dialogue
defensive.
only
according
come
to
on here
what you
and
want to
dialogue
say.
when you
Oh,
disagree with something someone has said
A
that
narcissist.
T.S.
okay,
Madison has done.
Wait,
okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
don't.
what?
always about T.S. Madison. I wonder why. We talk about so many other topics, and you
Exactly.
only come over here when we talk about T.S. Madison.
Yes,
Okay, I
absolutely.
mentioned. Well, I mentioned Peter Thomas. I mentioned, and you said that I needed to catch up. Or
No, no,
something.
what you're doing, yeah, you said Peter Thomas, but you're trying to lead up to T.S. Madison. You try to
No, what?
slide the situation at hand to make it be like, oh yeah, make Michelle be like, oh yeah, he's watching my show, but then you want to slip in T.S. Madison. That's
Okay, that's
exactly what you were doing. That's exactly what you was doing.
okay. I know this may be a shock, but I just mentioned Peter and TS because
Bullseye.
that's what's in the title of her live.
But
Well, we've been
Van,
Peter.
talking about this for a little too long. I've gave you really longer than 3 minutes. You haven't necessarily asked a question.
He
You
tied
basically
it
stated
through.
your
Okay,
opinion, and we
well,
listened.
well,
We listened.
if everybody on the panel didn't jump in and like try to chastise me and accuse me of chest, man, I could have got. Okay, well, I didn't know we had a 3 minute timer anyway. So, I thought we were talking about Shanquella Robinson, and I was wanting to do dialogue. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I'll just sum it up. It's heartbreaking that this young lady, went to Mexico, and
You
I'm going to say
taking too
apparently
long.
because I'm going to say apparently because I don't know, what the true circumstances which ultimately come out. I guess, it seems like she was got to Mexico with people that really weren't her friends, obviously, and it led to her demise, and now her family's fighting to get justice. I hope her family gets justice, but that's all I can say about that. I don't know what the truth is. uh, there are like with anything, there are many narratives going to be put out for people outside of that arena that don't know anything about it, but the only thing that can, truthful things that can come out is the people that were actually there and whatever the investigators find out and law enforcement. So I just say I hope her family get justice, and condolences to the family, and I'll end with that.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
wait.
Jazzy wanted to talk to him.
Listen, my show is going a little too long.
Hey y'all, can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Hey, Paradise.
Hey.
Hey,
I
Paradox,
just
what would you like to say before we
okay. I
go?
just gotta clear one thing up. Man was like, we're not
I
sure
could
about
barely hear
whether.
you, but go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Vandrea.
Lord
Oh,
Jesus.
She driving.
Jazzy, what would you like to say,
Okay,
lady?
can y'all hear me now?
we need
Yes,
to hang
ma'am.
up. Mm-hmm.
You can hear me
Oh,
now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. One thing that man said we don't know what the girl is. That is a real female. That's my best friend's daughter was friends with all of them. She went to Winston-Salem State with all of them. So that is a real female. I don't know where that came
Okay.
from. But how y'all doing?
Thank you for clearing that up.
I'm good. I mean, child, you got Van on here looking like a lot lizard. I said, what in the hell is going on? A
and
lot
y'all,
lizard.
but y'all notice he's sent over here because he only come on and talk when Michelle put up T.S. Madison as a thumbnail.
A damn lot lizard.
I like
And that's
that.
only like once a month, child. Because when the last time we talked about T.S. Madison?
Yep. And that was the
A
last time
month
he was on.
ago.
Okay. Oh well.
Trolling.
Jazbel, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Um,
Who is this in your picture?
Jay-Z.
Okay. Jazbel, what do you want? Who is it?
Nicki Minaj a bar. You a man, bruh. You
Why you be doing this?
that cracks me up all the time.
What is that from?
I told you when Angela Stanton was reading her son
Oh, okay.
for transition.
Oh yeah, that crazy woman with that mold on her
Now
face.
you a man, bro.
Yeah. But I was going to say to Van, I thought Van was transitioning last time he told us.
He did say
Remember he
that.
said that, and well, I don't know, but
He
I was
transitioned
going.
to the Pied Piper.
No,
Oh.
he looked very rough. Okay, like a lot lizard. Okay,
Turn his camera on for a hot second.
his
Huh?
face looked like a Brillo pad. No
Yeah.
thanks. Okay, that was not hot.
But no, I share you all sentiments about everything. You know, I don't agree with
What?
Claudia. What?
What about Latasha?
Michelle, please. What? What about her?
You shared a sentiment about that too?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she can sing, but I'm not gonna keep arguing with you about this, Michelle. I feel like Latasha and Rocky got something going on where they just on their little victim tour. I don't know what it is. Something else happened. And they want to blame the other girls. It's not just the Candy thing. It's a and
I
you. But
appreciate
you know
it.
what's funny? You know what's
Child,
funny?
it's T.S.
Wait,
Madison, it's Candy. Like, who else is next, child? Claudia, who's next?
wait. Y'all know what's funny?
Really?
Y'all know what's funny?
What, Jazbel? What?
Nobody has
Almost 3
nobody.
hours. I gotta go.
Okay, hold on. The person who needs to say something has not said anything. Jeremy, the stylist, escape stylist. He ain't said nothing. And it's his fault. He ain't said
Well,
nothing.
it's Candy's fault because Candy told Jeremy what to tell them.
No, he did. No, she did. No, she did not.
And I said what I said, and I said, and I meant it.
So Jezebel, you don't think that she may have told him to tell her that so he could sabotage? She could sabotage the situation. You don't think that?
No.
So you don't think in any kind of way Candy is ever conniving?
Everybody's conniving about something.
No,
you learn
not
how to be
everybody.
conniving. Yes.
No,
you
not
learn
everybody.
How, yes.
Everybody's.
You learn how to be conniving when you're a child.
See,
you
she
do
deflecting.
things in kindergarten.
But
She
this
deflecting.
This the thing, Jezebel. Everybody, you may learn how to do it, but everybody doesn't use it. You see what I'm saying?
Paradox. What purpose would it serve Candy to say, "Oh, well, make sure she wears something"?
No, it's not. It's not that you're making sure. You actually want that person to be the outcast.
Can we
You know
talk
what I'm
about
saying?
all the different times that Candy has been involved in someone wearing something different
Right.
to an event?
Right.
You know, somebody
She
brought
might
up
get
the
a kick out. She
situation.
probably get a
Remember
kick
how
out of
Todd,
that.
Todd was Gladys Knight and the Pips at the last reunion. Remember, everybody had on one color. Todd had on what he had on black. And everybody had on white.
Everybody else had on white.
Remember Nene? Was it
Nene
season 12?
situation.
Okay.
Mhm. And now Latasha. You think all of these are just
what they got to do with Candy?
How long you been following Candy, Jezebel?
She don't answer direct questions because Paradox asked a direct question. Do you think Candy's conniving? She
Well,
didn't
y'all,
answer.
you know what?
Are deflecting.
Y'all are treating me how y'all did Van.
Girl.
Y'all doing me how y'all did Van. Y'all jumping me, and I don't
But
appreciate it.
but Jezebel, you're not answering the question.
What's your question
You really
again?
are deflecting.
Do I ever think she's conniving?
Yes, you do.
Probably so. Everybody in the entertainment business is
No,
conniving.
don't say it. But I'm asking about Candy. I'm not asking about everybody else.
Okay, Paradox. Yeah, sure.
Now she's being sarcastic.
No,
right.
Yes, you are. Don't do that. Passive aggressive.
Business
Don't
is
do that.
business. So I'm sure she has made some moves where she playing chess, not checkers, and she got to do
I don't think it's chess. I think it's just being.
But as far as the dress,
I think it's craps.
I think it's being spiteful.
With the dress, no, I don't think that's. I blame that on Jeremy.
But you think Candy didn't have nothing to do with it?
No.
Okay.
Can I play my audio before I go?
No.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
The blogger, she got to write her story.
Look, I just posted it.
Blogger.
Well, I am not riding for no candy.
I just
I wish I
posted
had
it
music to play behind it.
Hey. That's her being a blogger. Oh, honey, she said.
I am more than a blogger.
And I'm like, you are more than a blogger.
I am more than a blogger. Don't do me like that.
What
I'm like,
what am I supposed to say?
I'm not like them other bloggers. You
But
be acting like I'm just a blogger. Like, she's
no,
a blogger.
well, hold on. I always say that the bloggers make millions. I'm not retarded.
I mean, they got to do with money. I'm
Yes.
just saying in general.
But why
I'm
do you
just
mean?
not one of them. I'm different.
Well, what should I say? What's the proper
I'm
terminology?
Michelle. I'm like, what did you do?
But just saying you're Michelle.
I'm the blog goddess. I'm like,
okay, so
all the bitches is my son.
Okay, so all I need to say is the blog goddess Michelle is here.
Yeah,
all the bitches is my sons.
Yes.
Got it. You ain't got no. I'm happy to say all them bitches is her sons.
Like, for real.
You ain't got no.
All. Like,
that's her being a blogger. She got to write her story.
So Michelle, when Carl gonna hook it up? When is Carl gonna hook it up for you?
Oh God.
I don't know. I gotta call.
Well, you need to get on the ball.
You know what? All of y'all are gonna have to apologize in 2023 because
For
Candy and Nene are going to be friends next year, and y'all are gonna have to apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
Y'all are gonna have
They
to
may
on
be
y'all face.
they may be cordial.
I'm not gonna
They may be
apologize
cordial.
for her being who she is. Candy is who she is. She
They
just
may be
rough with it. She gutter.
They may be cordial, but they're not gonna be friends, Jasmine.
But why is it that when Candy, okay, when somebody else does something, y'all understand the point, but when Candy do it, it's just, oh my God, she's
Oh my
this.
God. How this
She's that.
conversation turn
I'm
on
like,
Candy again? I'm tired of talking
you.
about. Good
Jezebel
night, everyone.
windmilling for her.
This has been a
Good night,
wonderful
Michelle.
show.
Y'all see how
Jezebel over
Michelle do that?
windmilling.
Wait
Y'all
a
see how
If the
minute.
show wasn't 3 hours, I would have went on Patreon. But because it was 3
Mhm.
hours, I'm not going on Patreon. I'm gonna save Patreon for tomorrow.
But we wasted a
Okay.
whole 30 minutes with Van.
Michelle.
Michelle, you could at least give us 30 minutes on Patreon.
Michelle, you gonna get some footage of the wedding?
I don't know. Maybe.
What
You got some
wedding?
insight? I'm talking about you got some insight. on the wedding?
I mean, I ain't got nobody who gonna risk their life to film. Give me a easy cell phone shot.
Not a life, not their life, Michelle.
You know, I'm just saying. You know how they check phones and stuff like that. I ain't. You know,
Oh,
I don't want to be that girl.
oh, it's gonna be a production like that.
It is.
Wait, what?
The
Van.
wedding,
Portia's wedding, child.
Portia wedding.
Oh,
It's
you
only
gonna
gonna
be
last
there?
3 months anyway.
No, I'm not gonna be there.
Oh,
Lot Lizard Van.
I
All right,
like
y'all.
Van.
I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I love y'all.
all right. Good
Bye.
night,
Love you too.
Y'all are
Michelle.
so
Bye.
wonderful.
Bye bye.
Good
Good night.
night.
Good night.
Bye.
Look, all these people who called in on Patreon anyway, I don't know why they want me to go over on Patreon and talk to the same people. I love y'all. I really do. Yes, they are too spoiled. Oh my gosh. But shout out to Peter Thomas for joining us tonight. Peter came on and talked about everything but what he was supposed to talk. We were supposed to talk about RHOP and we talked about everything else, honey. It was a good live. I appreciate it. 3 hours worth of lots of mess, honey. Then we talked about the TS Madison situation with Shanquella Robinson. And we also talked about the Claudia Jordan disrespect. And yeah, like this video, please and thank you. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Shout out to everybody who um contributed to the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And you know what? I will see you in the next video. And Patreon, we're doing game night tomorrow. I promise. We're doing game night. 'Cause I'm tired of y'all asking me about it. We gotta get this done. Okay. All right. Love you guys.